This is Mike Roberts, Vice President at Mortgage Warehouse, Southwest Florida's mortgage price leader and home of the no closing cost mortgage. No points, no hidden fees, no closing costs, period. It's no secret. Mortgage rates are expected to rise in 2022. But for right now, rates are still really good. Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, and the FHA have all increased their loan limits this year, so now is the time to make sure you're locked into the best rates and terms possible. If you're thinking about cash out for projects or simply want to improve your current rate, the time to review this is now, before rates rise. Our no closing cost program can help you get today's low rates without any cost or fees, giving you the flexibility to take advantage of current and future market conditions. Call us for a free review at 313-5000. That's 313-5000, mortgagewarehouse.com.
Certain restrictions apply. NMLS ID 137154, Equal Housing Lender.
Hi, this is Earl Ron, president of New South Window. New South is the Florida window factory. Our windows are made in Florida, for Florida homes, by Florida workers, because we understand Florida weather. With New South Windows, you don't have to sacrifice energy efficiency for storm protection. Our Energy Star rated windows and doors are made with impact and non-impact options, giving you the best of both worlds. New South Window, home of your ultimate Florida window.
Buy more, save more. Volume discounts up to 30%. Visit newsouthwindow.com.
When there's nothing left that makes any sense. 92.5 WFSX Estero. Fox News. Right all along.
Fox's leader has had even more direct talks. Fox's Simon Owen has more live.
And Dave, French President Emmanuel Macron is visiting Ukraine today after a 5-hour meeting with Russia's leader in Moscow.
Une discussion qui a permis d'enclencher une série de propositions.
At a news conference overnight, Macron said a number of propositions had emerged from his talks with Vladimir Putin. He said the coming days would be crucial in efforts to defuse tensions over Ukraine. Putin said the talks were substantive,
Вы хотите воевать с Россией?
but he also repeated a threat of possible war if Ukraine was to join NATO. Dave?
Simon, several Democratic-led states are easing COVID mask mandates.
We can responsibly take this step given the continuing drop in new cases and hospitalizations.
Governor Phil Murphy in New Jersey, California, Connecticut, and Delaware will also lift mandates, with school districts could keep them in place for kids. The federal judge has ordered the Air Force to pay $230 million to victims of the 2017 mass shooting at a church in Sutherland Springs, Texas.
Personnel had failed to report Devin Kelly's assault of his wife and stepson to a national criminal database. He'd been convicted of the assault while in the service. Reporting his record would have prevented him from purchasing guns from a licensed dealer. Kelly went on to purchase several firearms and used them in the shooting. 26 people were killed and 22 others were injured.
Fox's Jessica Rosenthal. A manhunt in Washington state's over. Police last night tracked the accused gunman in a grocery store shooting in Richland. He was found on a highway.
The officers who located the victims quickly began life-saving measures. Unfortunately, however, one of the victims was obviously deceased.
That's the acting police chief. America's listening to Fox News.
We're so glad you set your radio right here. 92.5 WFSX Estero. Fox News. Right all along.
This update is presented by Johnston Spinal Care, the leader in spinal decompression. Find them online at 596back.com.
Wink News, traffic.
41 southbound, seeing some construction clearing up right now just south of downtown Fort Myers near Lee Memorial Hospital. It's right at the intersection of Hanson Street. You may just notice some cones and barrels moving out of that right-hand lane. You can still get through in the left lane, and northbound moving just fine along that stretch of 41. Clear and quiet along I-75. And starting to see more cars out there, but altogether should be a very easy ride on the interstate. And we're crash and incident-free right now across Lee, Collier, and Charlotte counties. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Teresa O'Shea. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
We'll be dry to start today, but we will start to see some rain push in by late afternoon and into this evening as a cold front begins to work its way through the area. A cloudy sky today with temperatures topping off near 68 degrees. Scattered rain returns as we head into this evening and tonight, with some lingering rain even persisting into your Wednesday morning. Temperatures waking up tomorrow near 54 degrees, a high of 70 for your Wednesday. Sunshine and cooler weather returning for Thursday, with lows back in the 40s waking up for Thursday morning. I'm Wink News Weather Authority meteorologist Casey Sherman.
Joe Biden's plan for America? Recycled leftovers. Time for some right thinking. 92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
Let's hear from Dr. Johnston at 596-BACK.
People who suffer with back or neck problems, whether that's pain, numbness, or weakness, deal with something that can be frustrating. Pain wears us down. It can affect our relationships with family and friends. It's not fun to be around someone who's always complaining about their backs. Don't resign yourself to having to live with pain. In my office, Johnston Spinal Care, I successfully treat the worst of the worst, those who get injections, nerve-burning procedures, or even surgery. And now they're back, golfing and living life. If there's a treatment that is extremely effective for sciatica, stenosis, scoliosis, or neuropathy, wouldn't you want to see if it can help you? Non-surgical spinal decompression is now in Southwest Florida. Safe and painless, more than just a temporary fix, long-lasting relief that can finally heal the condition, regardless of age. Take the time right now to call my Medicare-friendly office for a no-charge telephone consultation about spinal decompression. Johnston Spinal Care, 596-BACK, 596-BACK. That's 596-2225.
You've heard it before. We beat the competition. So many businesses say that now, but how many companies actually ask you to call the competition and then compare their windows to Window World windows? We will come into your home, or you can come to our showroom, and we'll give you an honest, fair, free estimate of what it would take to upgrade your windows to more energy-efficient windows. No tricks, no high pressure. We want you happy with your new windows, not feeling like you were forced into buying them.
Window World's slogan is simply the best for less, and we mean it. We offer you top quality windows at the best price available with the absolute best guarantee in the window replacement business.
If something goes wrong with your new windows, we'll fix it, even if the neighborhood kids accidentally hit a baseball through it, or anything else. Window World quality windows, great price. Even hurricane-rated impact windows are available to offer an increased level of security to your home. Call Window World today.
Window World, simply the best for less.
Alda's Diner in Naples makes everything from scratch with daily homemade specials for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Enjoy big portions of your favorite comfort foods, from steak and eggs or pancakes for breakfast to fantastic salads or their famous Donald J. Burger for lunch or dinner. And don't forget about Alda's extensive bar menu with drink specials for the perfect start to your evening. Make Alda's your go-to spot. They're on the corner of Vanderbilt Beach Road and 951 in Naples. Alda's Diner. There's no place like it.
Thank you for waking us all up out here, for all you do. And
thank you for giving us the voice.
For being out there helping to keep the constitutional republic.
I want to thank you for
your support for the veterans in the military.
Educating us.
Standing up for conservatism.
Giving us the truth.
Daybreak with Drew Steele.
Well, good morning, Southwest Florida. Hey, how you doing over there? Looking good. 239-479-5592 is the talk and text line. We stream live, drewsteele.com, the website, Steele S3Es. Thank you so much for making this program the beginning of your day, carving out time in your day. It does mean a whole lot to us here, and we can't thank you enough. And thank you for subscribing to the channel on Rumble. Keep it going so we can keep it going, because if you don't keep it going, then we can't keep it going. And when you're keeping it going, that's how you keep it going. Right, Jake? That's did all of that come out the right way? I'm just okay. Woo.
Yep, that's how you keep it going.
All right, coming up this morning, Valentine's Day is just around the corner. You may have completely forgot about it. As a matter of fact, you may just remember now because of the words that came out of my mouth. Like, you completely forgot. So you're going to be in need of some really good Valentine's Day accoutrements. I don't know if accoutrements is the right word, but it just came to my head, and I kind of like it, the way it rolls off my tongue and lips. And so what we're going to do this morning, in this hour, I don't know when, but in this hour, there's all kinds of fantastic things that you may be thinking to yourself, boy, I'll tell you what, this would be an amazing Valentine's Day gift. How about a gift certificate to the Alamo? The Alamo Gun Range in Naples, an hour of range time, maybe a firearm rental, and you get paper targets and everything set to go to shoot around there at the Alamo Gun Range in Naples. It's an amazing place. And so we'll get that to you. It'd be a nice gift that you can keep for yourself for Valentine's or give to someone that you care about. So we'll have that coming up this hour. Be ready for that. On the way, today's a weird day. There are some strange things happening. There are things changing. There's definitely tides that are turning. You can feel it, that it's coming. But not everything is cracked up to what you appear it to be. That didn't come. That was, hold on a second. Whoa. All right, let's try this again. when you see the tides turning, many of these turning tides are a positive, but of course there's something else in there. For example, here's one of the turning tides today. You have governors in Connecticut and in New Jersey and Delaware and Oregon, California as well. They are ending mask mandates. This is a big deal, everybody. Yeah, come on now. See, it is. The weird thing is, it's some of these are going to end. Most of them in March. Check your calendar. I'm looking at. It's the beginning of February. Why are we waiting till March to do this? That's where the kind of everything doesn't seem to be what it actually seems to be, but it seems to be, but it doesn't seem to be. I'll explain. And then the explanation from one governor on CNN, which was hysterical, when asked, like, why are you even bothering doing these mask mandates, especially with kids? You got evidence, right? Wait till you hear the answer and the dance. So we'll get to that coming up in just a second. Also, coming up this morning, there's more talk about and confusion about Ukraine and Russia and like what is happening? Why is it that in Russia you have 100,000 troops build up like we haven't seen since World War II, talking about it would take like that long, like an hour to take Kiev, to take Ukraine for Russia, the kind of death toll, the numbers of people that you're hearing about. There's something like an estimate of 50,000 civilians that could possibly perish in an invasion of Ukraine by Russia. 25,000 Ukrainian troops. I mean, the numbers, I don't know what the Russian numbers would be, but the point is that this is something we don't want to see. And you have Zelensky, the leader there in Ukraine, saying, I don't know what you guys are talking about. I don't think this is imminent. You've got people on the streets now that are starting to get prepared for what they believe is going to be a war. So the media push and the talk about this happening is now starting to hit the streets, it appears, in Ukraine. But what exactly is going on? And what does this president say about what we can do now at this point if this were to happen? The talk has always been about Nord Stream 2 and taking away that pipeline and that ability. And how would we do that? Well, wait till you hear the audio of what the president said yesterday about how we are going to stop Nord Stream 2 from happening, because it's all linked up, but it's not running. So how do we stop this thing from going full bump? Well, we'll have that on the way. I want to get back to this, though. The issue of masking up, mask mandates for kids is something that we here have been talking about. And in the state of Florida, look, we know that we have been different than other states. Everybody sees it. Everybody knows it. It's been a frustration of people up north for a long time. How many people have you talked to? I talk to people up north all the time. And even out west. I still have a lot of friends and talk to people in Utah. How many of you have talked to people, or maybe you're here on vacation, and you've constantly looked at the free state of Florida as what it is, the free state of Florida, and what we've done differently here? And why is it that we get to enjoy the weather and the beaches, and we get to go to sporting events, and we've been able to do this, have our kids going to school throughout the pandemic and not having the kind of lockdowns that other places? Why is it that we have had this opportunity and we're still here, everybody? Just saying, it's not like there's bodies strewn all across the Southwest Florida landscape because of the horrible decisions that were made by this governor. I mean, wait, give me the drama. Yeah. Because, if you're a Democrat in the state, you're trying to convince everybody. Oh, maybe you're not, because it would be a joke if you kept pushing the whole DeSantis stand or whatever you were talking about, or I don't know what it was, Death Santis, or whatever the stupid hashtags that you've been putting out there on social media, which is laughable. That shows how the politics have played into this. You know this, right? What we've done here and been able to enjoy in places who have been locked down and masked up and still masked up with their kids, and trying to find the evidence. Why is it now, right this minute as we speak in 2022 in February, that the talk now is with Connecticut and New Jersey and Delaware and even California indoor mandates and other places, that now all of a sudden it's like, we have to get back to living? What's the evidence? And why wait until March? Why are we not doing this now? As Jake Tapper yesterday had the Governor Murphy of New Jersey on. Look, it's important that we put everything in this context. When we talk about these issues with news stories that don't have anything to do with us here specifically in the moment in Southwest Florida, we're going to talk about some California stories. We're going to talk about some New York stories. We're going to talk about some craziness that's going on around the country. And many people ask, well, what does it have to do with me here in town? Because always remember, of the failing policies of the left in this country and Democrats, you have to be reinforced in the failures, because you have to be prepared when people ask you why you vote Republican, let's just say, or why you're a conservative, or why don't you want that done here, or this governor is doing something so bad, and they try to spell it out on the left, and then you dismiss that and show evidence of what is in other places, right? You just want to be armed with all of this, and the more you could get, the better, and especially when the media continues to push it. So why now? It has to do with us because obviously there's an election coming up, and nothing is guaranteed. Remember, Andrew Gillum was this close. My fingers are thinly spread apart if you're looking at drewsteele.com, to him being the governor of the state. How do you think everything would be right now? I mean, we're not in that condition. But there's nothing guaranteed, everybody, for 22. There's no guarantees. If liberals live and breathe on this planet, nothing's guaranteed. Or maybe that was a little dramatic. But anyway, the point is this. The governor of New Jersey speaking with Jake Tapper, and just pretty basic questions about what you would imagine would be right at your fingertips. Mask mandates for kids. Why are we doing this? There's evidence, right? I mean, if you're looking at the state of Florida, let's say for an example, you've got evidence, right?
As you know, most states do not have mask mandates for schools. Have you seen evidence that these mask mandates have been necessary, that the spread and mortality rates in states where they didn't have mask mandates were far worse than in places where they did have mask mandates like New Jersey?
Now, remember, again, when you put it in context and take it to here in Southwest Florida and what we've done here in the state, it's always been talked about how we've done everything wrong and how there are people that are going to move to Southwest Florida who are going to bring their politics. I know there are those that are saying they're coming here from New Jersey, and there's no doubt about it that they're coming here because they're trying to escape. No. That's not always the case. And there are going to be people that are going to want to run for office in this in Southwest Florida in all kinds of ways, and whether it's local or statewide. And they're bringing their politics. And so Jake Tapper wants to know, where's your evidence? We've known here in the state and on this program and many other programs on this channel that we've talked about this, the evidence is clear. 99.98% of kids to survive when it comes to COVID, the survivability rate. When you talk about the numbers, the real numbers of how many have died from COVID, the real numbers when it comes to keeping kids out of school, and even what's happening here in town. And I talk to teachers. I know what's going on. This rotation, this crazy rotation of teachers are there, and then they're not there, and the kids are there, and they're not there, and all of these different things that are happening with healthy kids and teachers who have either a genuine concern because they know their health history, or just this fear because everything has been fear porn that has been thrown at us when it comes to the vid since day one and even today. So you've got evidence, right? Jake Tapper saying to the governor of New Jersey, right? I mean, there's a reason why not only are you waiting till March, but that you did this all along. What's the evidence that says what you're doing is good?
Yeah, I mean, New Jersey is clearly the place I know the best, and God bless our precious kids no matter where they are. Please, God, they stay healthy and stay alive. There's no question that masking in our schools since the beginning of the school year has been a very smart public health step. I think we've had...
Where's the evidence? Where is it with the evidence?
Just over 2,600 cases of students with COVID positive.
No, we're talking about the evidence that has in you in comparison to other places.
Since the beginning of the school year. That's out of 1.4 million kids. So it's a pretty stark piece of evidence, I think.
Yeah, no. You haven't compared it to other places, the mask mandates as opposed to none. You're not giving us the evidence.
That this has absolutely worked. But you got to meet the moment. You try always to not undershoot the moment and put lives at risk, or overshoot the moment and add more stress and mental health challenges to the system. And
You've given mental health challenges to the system. You've absolutely done that. And when it comes to keeping people safe, and you can't ever overshoot, yes, you can. Yes, you can. Because the numbers bear it all out. That what you've done to kids in masking and what we've put our kids through, knowing the numbers, that you've harmed them. And yet he can't say that. And Jake Tapper, to his credit, is like, you still haven't given me the answer. What's the evidence?
Yeah, but have you seen data that definitively proves that these mask mandates have worked? I mean, the numbers you just presented are impressive, but are they different from the numbers in states where they didn't have mask mandates?
Yeah, again, I know Jersey, Jake, the best, but I'm highly confident, and I'm sure our health officials could say it definitively. There's no question they've worked. There's no question getting vaccinated, getting boosted, and wearing masks indoors have all been positive public health steps compared to the absence of any of those things in the alternative.
Okay, so no answer. So the answer is there is no answer. The most easy and obvious layup that the governor of New Jersey has been given by Jake Tapper. Just tell us the evidence. What's the evidence that mask mandates for kids work? And then it becomes this spin of, yeah, you know what? Look at the shiny. Hey, how about look at the New Jersey? Well, then don't talk about the New Jersey Nets. If you follow basketball, yeah, that's not the thing to follow right now. But anyway, the point is that he doesn't have the answer. They never have the answer. When they know that they don't have the evidence, but the evidence really is about keeping power, waiting until the right time to take away mandates because the cases are now going to start going down a whole lot to the point where in a month they can claim that the masks were the reason why cases went down. See where I went? There's always a reason why they're doing these things, and the left continues to do, and Democrats do what they do best, which is they will tell you that it's for your own good, that we know what's going on, that I can't give you the evidence, but trust us. You know, it reminds me of, what was it, last week, and I didn't get a chance to play this audio, and it was stunning, and many people did, and you probably remember hearing about this. The Associated Press reporter Mike Lee sitting with the State Department spokesperson, Ned Price. And there's a report out there that Ned Price, the State Department spokesperson, said, a report about the Russians planning a false flag operation in order to justify an invasion of Ukraine. They were going to put some video together with bodies strewn about, and they were going to create this video to make it look as if this had to happen because they were killing Russians, and so they were going to sell it to the Russian people that we've got to go in there and stop the death and slaughter of Russians, this false flag operation. And then when you hear Mike Lee asking, look, we just need the evidence. You got the evidence, right? Can you prove this to us? Did you hear this exchange? Listen to this.
What is the evidence that they play? I mean, this is like crisis actors, really. This is like Alex Jones territory you're getting into now. What evidence do you have to support the idea that there is some propaganda film in the making?
Matt, this is derived from information known to the U.S. government, intelligence information that we have declassified. I think you know.
Okay, well, where is it? Where is this information?
It is intelligence information that we have declassified.
Well, where is it? Where's the declassified information?
I just delivered it.
No, you made a series of allegations and statements.
Would you like us to print out the topper? Because you will see a transcript of this briefing that you can print out for yourself.
That's not evidence, Ned. That's you saying it. That's not evidence.
Are you following this? So what the State Department is saying is, yeah, we have evidence. And then when Mike Lee says, hey, can you show us the evidence? And he says, well, it's declassified. Okay, well, where is it? Well, I just told you where it is. What do you mean? Well, here, I'll print out what I just said, and then that's the evidence of what I just told you that's declassified. That's you saying something, and then me getting a piece of paper of you saying something. That's the defense. Here's the thing. They may or may not have evidence of this false flag operation, but you've lied to us and obfuscated for so long that nobody trusts you, and that you can't even give us the evidence. The governor in New Jersey, who is told that now after three more weeks, we're going to take the masks off of kids because We're ready to go. Okay, so what's the evidence that you've been doing this all along, that you should have been doing this all along, and we should keep the mask on, kids? What's the evidence there? Mask mandates for states that didn't have them. Why? Hey, listen, we're going to be taking off those masks, and we care about the kids. No, you're not giving me the evidence. We don't trust you. And this continues. This is what Democrats do. This is what liberals do. It is just unbelievable, but it's for your own good. We can't give you all the evidence because, it's sources and methods. It's not always sources and methods. And if it was sources and methods, you can still give us some kind of evidence. And as a matter of fact, that worked for a really, 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 really long time. The sources and methods, I can't tell you how exactly we did this. The problem is that you've lost the trust of the American people. And so now you got to give up the goods. And it's a sorry state. And it's going to be a theme today of things that you're going to hear about how we are doing things where we're keeping information. Well, we are not, but they're keeping information from us. And we're being asked to trust them when they haven't earned it. Evidence of what has been the abuse of kids, not the kind of abuse that you think about when you hear that, but masking up and the abuse of what has been the mental health of our children and the real safety and security of our children when it comes to their future and the viability of them being able to live in a society where they don't have the kind of fear and struggles that they have right now with mental health, with suicides up, with the kinds of things that we're seeing because of lockdowns and mandates that didn't have to happen. You're going to hear some incredible stories this morning. There's one out of California that's, I can't even believe it. A San Francisco 6th grader was enrolled at a public middle school. She never showed up, but she got A's anyway. What? And again, it's indicative of public schools and mandates and what we've done to our kids and what we're doing to society. Well, in a lot of different ways, but wait till you hear this story. It's crazy. But we'll get to that and more coming up. 239-479-5592 is the talk and text line. Streaming live, drewsteele.com, the website. Steele has 3 E's. We appreciate you watching. Don't forget about that Alamo Gun Range gift certificate for Valentine's Day. Perfect gift. That's coming up as well, so get ready for that. It's Daybreak 92.5, Fox News, right all along.
92.5 Fox News. Right.
This Fox Business Report is presented by the Darda Real Estate Group at dardagroup.com.
I'm Maria Bartiromo, and this is the Fox Business Report.
The IRS scraps a plan to require taxpayers to use facial recognition for identification after a backlash from citizens and lawmakers over privacy concerns. The Wall Street Journal reports the co-producer of the film The Matrix Resurrections is suing Warner Brothers, claiming releasing the movie simultaneously on a streaming service and in theaters breaches their contract and will hurt ticket sales. Stocks ended mostly lower. The Nasdaq fell 82 points. The Dow inched up 1 point. And an executive with IHS Markit tells Fox Business if Russia invades Ukraine, oil prices will go up and could hit $100 a barrel. Crude closed at $91.32 a barrel yesterday in New York. I'm Carmen Roberts. That's your Fox Business Report, invested in you.
Are you ready to list your home for sale? What if you could receive a guaranteed offer on your home with no showings, no open houses, and no stress? Contact the Darda Group at dardagroup.com to learn about their guaranteed offer. The Darda Group has 30 years of experience and consistently ranks in the top 3% of real estate agents in Lee County. Find out if your home qualifies for a guaranteed offer and how you may receive an offer in as little as 24 hours and close escrow in as little as 21 days. No home prep, no showings, no open houses. You control when your home is sold and when you move. Learn more about this elite real estate team and the guaranteed offer at dardagroup.com. Don't wait. Schedule an appointment at dardagroup.com. That's dardagroup.com. A Compass Realty broker.
Hi, Stuart Duncan here with Duncan's Diamonds. Valentine's Day is approaching. You want to find a gift that says your love is more precious than diamonds, more valuable than gold, and you want her to know that your love is forever and for all time. Let me introduce you to our Time and Eternity pendant.
Duncan's Diamonds Diamond, Time, and Eternity pendant is made from interwoven rings that represent time and eternity, now and forever. And when she connects the two ends of the chain and the pendant falls just above her heart, she will hear your voice whisper in her ear. Now and forever, my world revolves around you. Duncan's Diamonds Diamond, Time, and Eternity pendant, starting at only $99. Tell her you love her for all time and eternity with this gorgeous pendant. When selecting your diamonds and fine jewelry, you absolutely want them to be spectacular and unforgettable. You want them from Duncan's Diamonds in Fort Myers on US 41 and the Gulf Coast Town Center and Naples at Mercado.
Taxes are complicated, an industry that can have monthly law changes. This year, so many refundable credits, like kids, up to $3,600 per child, or earned income credits, nearly $7,000. Daycare, you're looking at another $8,000. Don't forget to reconcile your advanced child care credits or your stimulus money. That's where EG Tax comes in, your low-cost, high-value, knowledgeable tax team. We're located in Airport Pulling Road in Naples. Call 239-262-2009 or click egtax.com.
It's a new year and a great time to upgrade your cabinets. You want Sinclair quality. You want Sinclair craftsmanship. You want Sinclair cabinets. Sinclair Custom Homes now offers their handmade, built in the USA custom cabinets without having to purchase a Sinclair custom home. You can now have the same high-quality furniture finished cabinets in your existing home. Upgrade your kitchen, your bath, your closets, even your garage. For details, visit SinclairCabinets.com. That's SinclairCabinets.com.
Every day, we wake up and look forward to the future. A future that's already here, with cleaner, more reliable energy and bills among the lowest in the nation, just as they've been for over a decade. So how does the typical FPL bill stack up? Well, it's lower than New York, Michigan, California, and many other states. And we'll keep working hard to keep it that way. That's cleaner, more reliable, affordable energy Florida can depend on. Learn more at fpl.com/value.
The news you need, the hosts you trust, getting it right all day and all night. 92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
Wink News, traffic.
Heading out on your morning drive, we have one crash we're watching in Immokalee along Newmarket Road East at North 1st Street, not too far down the road from Immokalee High School and Immokalee Community Park. So watch out for some activity out there. No injuries and no roadblock reported right now, but you may notice just a little bit of a delay. 75 and 41 all cleared. Some construction clearing up on the highway heading south of Lee Memorial Hospital near downtown Fort Myers near Hanson Street. Right lane's been blocked off overnight, but right now looks like everything's flowing out there. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Therese O'Shea. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
We'll be dry to start today, but we will start to see some rain push in by late afternoon and into this evening as a cold front begins to work its way through the area. A cloudy sky today with temperatures topping off near 68 degrees. Scattered rain returns as we head into this evening and tonight, with some lingering rain even persisting into your Wednesday morning. Temperatures waking up tomorrow near 54 degrees, a high of 70 for your Wednesday. Sunshine and cooler weather returning for Thursday, with lows back in the 40s waking up for Thursday morning. I'm Wink News Weather Authority meteorologist Casey Sherman.
Keeping it right here. We're 92.5 Fox News. And we've been right all along.
It's Fred Kobe with your Kobe Cooling Tip of the Day. I recently had a very good friend call me scared to death about a mold exposure in her house. She thought she was going to get sick and die and all kinds of crazy stuff. The fact is, folks, that there's mold in every house on the planet. It's a normal thing. It's not normal, however, for that mold to be growing. So, if your air conditioning guy is talking to you about mold and trying to sell you a solution, and they're not a credentialed, certified expert, kick them out of your house. They don't know what the hell they're talking about. Call a real expert. Call me at Kobe Cooling. 239-482-1542. With more than 30 credentials, I'm the most credentialed guy in this business. That's why they call me the Mold Detective. My evaluations are free for second opinions. When you think of air conditioning companies, we hope you think of Kobe Cooling. No nonsense and no pressure. We're the company your neighbors use. License CACO 57313. Kobe, the most trusted name in the business since 1949.
Lusk, Drasites, and Talisano believes winning cases is no accident. Your case is important. Pick a firm with resources to actually prosecute your case. If your case is accepted, you're guaranteed to not pay a single penny in fees or costs unless you get a favorable settlement or verdict. Lusk, Drasites, and Talisano has over 35 years of experience handling personal injury cases in Florida. Visit ldtlaw.com for a free consultation today. Winning is no accident. Lusk, Drasites, and Talisano. ldtlaw.com.
Hey, it's Tim Cooper with Health Plan Network. The open enrollment for the 2022 Affordable Care Act plans is over until next year. If you selected one of those high-deductible, limited network plans, you're not stuck with it. There is another option. My Freedom of Choice plan puts most of the coverage up front, where you only meet your deductible if you're in the hospital. You pick your doctors, and it's 30 to 60% lower cost than Obamacare. This plan is available all year round to those who qualify, and you don't have to be vaccinated. If you are paying for your own health insurance, you're on COBRA, or your employer coverage is just too expensive, call me, Tim Cooper, at 239-268-6712. That's 239-268-6712, or go to healthplannetwork.net. That's healthplannetwork.net, where we can custom design a plan managed by you, not the government.
What's up, South Florida? Jimmy the Beef Guy here. If you can tell, I'm from the Chicagoland area. And if you love Chicago like I do, there's one thing you really miss is a real good Italian beef sandwich. So wait no more. It's Jimmy the Beef Guy to the rescue. For almost 20 years now, I've been in the beef and bread business, so trust me, I know beef. We moved here a little over a year ago with our son Quentin and just opened up our first Jimmy the Beef Guy location right here in Bonita Springs. So if you haven't tried our Italian beef sausage yet, we invite you and your family to our grand opening on Saturday, February 19th, starting at noon. We're at the southeast corner of US 41 at Bonita Beach Road. Oh yeah, I also got you covered for the big game. We have a big game special that comes with the beef, gravy, the bread, the peppers, the tray, everything. Just give me a 24-hour notice. And hey guys, when you're at the register looking at me, don't look all nervous and say gardenia. It's pronounced jardiniere.
This is Mike Roberts, Vice President at Mortgage Warehouse, Southwest Florida's mortgage price leader and home of the no closing cost mortgage. No points, no hidden fees, no closing costs, period. It's no secret. Mortgage rates are expected to rise in 2022. But for right now, rates are still really good. Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, and the FHA have all increased their loan limits this year, so now is the time to make sure you're locked into the best rates and terms possible. If you're thinking about cash out for projects or simply want to improve your current rate, the time to review this is now, before rates rise. Our no closing cost program can help you get today's low rates without any cost or fees, giving you the flexibility to take advantage of current and future market conditions. Call us for a free review at 313-5000. That's 313-5000, mortgagewarehouse.com.
Certain restrictions apply. NMLS ID 137154, Equal Housing Lender.
You'd think an Army veteran with a military career including multiple combat deployments throughout the Middle East would be a great American. And you'd be right. But Joe Vanderbosch also happens to be a great dentist. An Army veteran of 8 years, Dr. Joe now makes his home in Southwest Florida, where his wife Sarah grew up.
Hi, I'm Dr. Joseph Vanderbosch, Freedom Dental on Metro Parkway in Fort Myers. In the Army, I received extra training in order to provide dental care in virtually any condition. That's why I can manage many dental treatments without the need to refer to a specialist. I served my country proudly for 8 years. Now I want to serve you in your dental needs. Special discounts for former and active military without dental insurance.
Dr. Vanderbosch provides emergency care and is now accepting new patients for cleaning, extractions, crowns, implants, and more. Find them online at freedomdentalfortmyers.com. That's freedomdentalfortmyers.com. Dr. Joseph Vanderbosch. Go to freedomdentalfortmyers.com.
Yeah, you heard right. Rockstar Harley is willing to finance. Come down to Rockstar Harley's WTF pre-owned sales event this week. Good credit, bad credit, no credit, we can help. We must sell 50 pre-owned bikes by this Sunday at Rockstar Harley. Willing to finance 10 event ends this Sunday.
Stay right here, because after Drew, it's Glenn Beck, 9 to noon. 92.5 Fox News. Right, all along. This is Daybreak with Drew Steele on 92.5 Fox News.
This country's not a happy place right now. There are uprisings happening all around us. Even a group of fourth graders has had enough.
What do we want? Chocolate! When do we want it? Now!
Students say that delicious drink needs to come back to class. Officials say they hear the students loud and clearly.
All right. That's a peaceful protest for chocolate milk. This is where Gandhi and Sonny the Cocoa for Cuckoo Puffs bird intersect, right there.
Even the kids have had enough. Wait, I like the way he opened up that segment. By the way, that was Jimmy Kimmel opening up the segment, saying that there's there's problems all in the streets. There's all kinds of things that are going. No, it's perfect. It's Biden's America. Everything's great.
Biden's America.
Poor kids are just as talented as white kids.
In Biden's America.
Lion dog face pony soldier.
In Biden's America. Who knows what we'll see?
You know the thing.
You know the thing.
Get your words straight, Jack. Come on, man.
Inflation and supply chain problems will have your Super Bowl party taking a big bite out of your budget. Not just the food. Economists from Wells Fargo estimate the typical Super Bowl menu is going to run 8 to 14% higher this year, depending on what you're serving. Because
Okay. Yeah, maybe everything isn't so great in Biden's America. It's a strange thing that we got going on right now. Yeah.
Let's go, Brandon. Right?
Okay. 8 to 14% higher this year is going to be the Super Bowl party bite or budget bite. What are you going to eat? Are you going to eat anything? Do you eat anything different? Do you when the game's going on? Are you, Jake? Are you even? I mean, I know you're not watching the game, but do you kind of join in with everybody? It's like you got to figure out what you're going to eat, and it's going to be something different. Are you going to get like a big shrimp ring or something like that, or?
I mean, not me personally, but if I get invited somewhere and someone has one, I'll eat it all.
Do you like shrimp rings?
I mean, as long as there's some good cocktail sauce.
What's bad cocktail sauce?
Like watery, not good. Needs a little spice.
Okay, gotcha. All right, so I didn't know you were a cocktail sauce connoisseur. But your point's well taken. Like that watery kind of doesn't taste like anything. It tastes like ketchup. It's like, really, come on. You spent probably a good $100 on this shrimp ring that maybe was only like $15 last year, and
it's like putting A1 on Wagyu or something, you know.
A1. Wow, I can't even tell you the last time. If somebody asked what A1 sauce tastes like, I couldn't even describe it.
Worcestershire sauce.
What you said. You didn't just cuss, did I hit the dump button or? Okay. 239-479-5592. Hey, before we move on, because I wanted to talk about how, listen, we can have world peace if we just go solar. No, I'm not kidding. We just, listen, there's a push that is front right now. Listen, many of you have solar. Many of you like solar. Great. I don't have a problem with solar. I have a problem when you're telling us that we're not allowed to have fossil fuels anymore. And the only way to go is solar and wind power. Yeah, then I got a big problem, especially if you're forcing it on us. So we'll get to that in just a second. Wait till you hear who said that. It's unbelievable. But I do have this gift certificate that's fantastic for Valentine's Day. Speaking of the weekend, you're thinking about what you're going to do for that special someone. Maybe that special someone's you. Well, I've got a gift certificate right now to the Alamo Gun Range in Naples. An hour of range time for 2, firearm rental. You're going to be all hooked up and ready to go. So if you would like a gift certificate for Valentine's Day and something you would like right now, just be calling number 9 at 239-479-5592. And we'll take the 9th caller right now, and you'll win this gift certificate. So just wanted to get that to you now because you've been waiting long enough. I know a lot of people have been asking when you're going to do this. So here you go. 9th caller. We'll take them right now. All right. Speaking of right now, I brought this up. Look, the funny thing about climate change and those that are claiming climate change and those that are claiming that we're all going to be underwater soon and there are things that we're going to have to do. Miami's going to be underwater. The state of Florida is going to be underwater. It's going to be a disaster. Everything that's going on in the state, and only money will save the day. And only if we could switch over to wind and solar, we will be able to do the most magical of things. As a matter of fact, there are certain people who will absolutely positively not do anything with their own money. And maybe even when you talk about buying a home, that would be contradictory to things that they have said in the past about climate change and how the disaster that we are facing is big and it's profound. And I'm talking about yeah, that guy. Okay. I don't need it to keep going. Once is good enough. It's funny, right, that Barack Obama not too long ago was talking about how we got to do something to save the planet. We need to do something to save ourselves from the rising oceans, and only I could come along and save the day. No, I'm not kidding. There was a time not too long ago where Barack Obama was talking about slowing the ocean rises and that he was going to be able to do it. Do we have that audio? Yeah.
I face this challenge with profound humility and knowledge of my own limitations. But I also face it with limitless faith in the capacity of the American people.
Okay.
Because if we are willing to work for it and fight for it and believe in it.
Okay, so if we're willing to work and fight, Barack Obama is, we need change that we can believe in. Barack Obama, what can we expect?
Then I am absolutely certain that generations from now, we will be able to look back and tell our children that this was the moment when we began to provide care for the sick and good jobs to the jobless. This was the moment when the rise of the oceans began to slow and our planet began to heal.
We're going to slow. That moment in time when Barack Obama's like, listen, I'm a humble guy, but I could stop the oceans from rising. Sorry, that's funny. Oh, by the way, the story goes that he's got a huge multi-million-dollar home that he's building on the spot that was the Robin's Nest. That was the home that was featured in Magnum P.I. Yeah, if you're a big fan of Magnum P.I., you're going to really hate Barack Obama now because they're leveled the whole house. It's gone. And they're building up this brand new estate out on Oahu. Hey, if the oceans are going to take over, you don't build on Martha's Vineyard and out in Oahu, do you? I mean, do you really do that? And he's also trying to do some kind of crazy seawall that's ticking off all the neighbors. But it doesn't matter because he's a hypocrite. But anyway, and he doesn't really know what he's talking about. But no, he does because it's climate change. And listen, he can slow the oceans. Sorry, that's always been funny to me. It's all we have to do is follow Barack Obama and the oceans will slow down. So you've got to figure out what we can do. I mean, how are we going to save the day? You talk about zero carbon emissions. We can get to zero. We can get to net carbon zero. It's absolutely possible. We can also save the oceans from rising. We can stop it. All we got to do is spend a bunch of money. And we got to do all kinds of crazy stuff here in the state of Florida, and Miami won't be sinking. Miami's not, we don't have ocean rises that are taking over Miami. Miami's built on a swamp. I'm just saying, logistically, if you build something on a swamp and it's really heavy, chances are it's going to sink. I'm just putting that out there, but maybe that's too much. I digress. Okay, anyway, so what do we do about it? Here you go. Here is the answer. I'm not kidding. This is the answer. It's Jennifer Granholm, who is the energy secretary, who believes that solar and wind is the absolute way to go. And again, I don't have a problem with solar power. I don't have a problem with wind power. Well, yeah, I have a problem. Well, yeah. But that's you doing you. You want to do like solar on the house? All right, cool. You want to do like solar whatever? Go do it. But when you're talking about getting rid of fossil fuels and we have to fuel the United States of America with wind and solar, and that's what we got to do, and we have to make sure that all those fossil fuels are going to go away, and we're going to force them to go away, and we're going to force the pain so that you beg us to do something, and that's clean energy. Wait till you hear this. Here you go. Energy Secretary Granholm talking about this here.
This ministerial arrives at a unique and a timely moment for all of us. Obviously, high energy prices have been putting a strain on households on both sides of the Atlantic. Europe, you have seen prices go through the roof.
Yeah, it's weird. We've got energy prices going through the roof and all of these issues. And it's funny, we were independent. We didn't have these problems with energy. But then the Biden administration comes in and changed all of that. Like, you have that kind of power and juice, and you've made the decision. Gotcha.
Of course, tensions between Russia and Ukraine pose threats to the energy security of of the European Union and our friends and partners.
Yeah,
and
which is so funny because if we were energy independent and we were exporting more than we were importing, then we would have that ability to help countries, friends, people that we like and trust, that we would be able to help them with the energy needs that they have if we would have been able to stay independent. And we were able to do that until the Biden administration came along. It's weird how that works, right?
All of this, to your point, underscores the benefits of clean energy.
We've got to do it. We got to have clean energy, everybody. We absolutely have to do it en masse.
I was at a ministerial last week, and my counterpart in Ireland, Minister Ryan.
I want you to you might need to sit down for this. Are you ready? Jake, are you sitting down? Well, Jake's sitting down. All right, Jake, you ready? She's talking to a minister from Ireland, and he made this point. Are you ready?
Said words that I thought were very interesting. No country has been held hostage to access to the sun. No country has been hostage to the wind. This is not just an energy and climate issue. It also is potentially the greatest peace plan that ever existed.
Oh, all right, everybody. It's all about world peace, so that's it. If we just go solar, then we'll have world peace. And Barack Obama will come back, and we'll have the stopping of rising oceans.
That this was the moment when we began to provide care for the sick.
Come on.
And good jobs to the jobless. This was the moment when the rise of the oceans began to slow.
There you go. And world peace. Like isn't that what like the Miss America contestants always do? Like what do you want? A world peace. Go solar. I mean, let's get rid of the evil fossil fuels. And by the way, look, speaking of all of this, a couple of things popped up. Britt Hume on his Twitter account wanted to let people know that, hey, he was kind of looking at this critical assessment of extreme event trends in times of global warming. There was a European Physical Journal Plus paper that was put out recently, an article that's out there that kind of checked out what was going on with, the warming causing the cooling, as Al Gore says. I can't do an Al Gore voice, but anyway. So they looked into all of these issues of hurricanes and cyclones and all of the things that are going on the planet and, global warming and it's climate change and we can solve this. And so they kind of looked at this and they said, so what's going on with all of this? Well, one of the interesting points and the keynote that they brought up in this paper says that on the basis of observational data, looking at the most robust global changes in climate extremes found in the yearly values of heat waves and global trends in heat wave intensity and how they're not significant, and the daily precipitation intensity and extreme precipitation frequency are stationary. That means not moving, right? Stationary. Tropical cyclones show a substantial temporal invariance. The same is true for tornadoes in the U.S. Invariance. Natural disasters, floods, droughts, ecosystem productivity, and yields of the four main crops, maize, rice, soybean, and wheat. None of these response indicators show a clear positive trend of extreme events. So no positive trend of extreme events. Quite the opposite. And they concluded that on the basis of observational data that the climate crisis that, according to many sources, we're experiencing today is not evident yet. Hey, do these individuals get canceled? Do they get taken off of Facebook and YouTube? And are their voices not going to be able to be heard? And do we rip this paper up and put it someplace so that it'll never be seen on the interwebs? Hey, what happens to those scientists that looked into this and did a paper about the fact that, yeah, you're freaking out all about what's going on with the climate and everything? Yeah, it's not happening. The extreme events that you're talking about due to climate change and global warming, it's not happening. What happens to them? Do we get to hear them? Do we get to? No, because they know better than you. This administration, and as Nancy Pelosi would say,
bowl of doggy do.
Yeah, I would almost agree. 239-479-5592 is the talk and text line, streaming live. DrewSteele.com, the website, Steele has 3 E's. Appreciate you watching, subscribing to the podcast. It's Daybreak 92.5 Fox News, right all along.
the right place for local talk. Drew now, Trey for the Drive at 5. 92.5 Fox News. Right, all along.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. 40% of Americans don't have $400 saved in case of an emergency. People are working harder and harder, but falling further and further behind. That's why at our firm, our fee is free. You don't pay us anything unless we win your case. When you're injured in an accident or hurt on the job, choosing a lawyer will be the most important decision you'll have to make. Injured? Call Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Hey, we've got my friend Dave Meister on the phone, of course, with the Floor Meisters, the family-owned Floor Meisters in Naples. And Dave, listen, I know you got a lot of things going on. You're selling a lot of cord tech. That's great, but you got this 8,000 square foot showroom with a selection of carpet that is absolutely unbelievable as well. And the prices right now are pretty amazing. So I hear you got this whole thing going on with Dreamweaver carpet starting at, wait a minute, let me just get this right, at just $1.99 a square foot?
Yes, installed carpet pad and labor, $1.99.
And there's the phones ringing already. Look at that. They're getting excited.
Oh, yeah.
Dave, tell me more about what we've got here.
So we've got a big selection, and this is quite a carpet.
Listen, if you haven't been to the Floor Meisters, you really owe it to yourself to visit their store, 6281 Naples Boulevard, right next to Costco. Whether it's tile, laminate, hardwood, or, of course, carpet, they've got it all. So give them a call today, 239-596-4964, or on the web at floormeisters.com.
If you're on the job day in and day out, you know living with pain in your knees, hips, back, or shoulders is miserable. The good news, QC Kinetics gets it. They understand guys like you.
They don't have the luxury of taking time off. They want to keep working. We are built for those guys that want to keep working and want to stay active. So the vast majority of who we see are the blue-collar guys like me and you.
QC Kinetics uses biologic therapies, just like pro athletes have used for years, to get you lasting pain relief with no surgery.
I want you to continue working. I want you to continue exercising. The joints are made to be moved.
The treatments at QC Kinetics are fast and non-invasive.
It's not a lot of time commitment on your part. There is no downtime or recovery time. You don't need short-term disability with what we do. We want to keep you active.
Call QC Kinetics now to set up your free no-obligation consultation. Learn how you can get real pain relief.
Call QC Kinetics, 239-893-PAIN. That's 239-893-PAIN. QC Kinetics, 239-893-PAIN.
How often have you heard from your wealth advisor over the last 6 months? Markets have moved up and down, and laws around retirement plans and inheritance have changed quickly. We've heard from too many people at other national financial firms that they've been contacted rarely or not at all. At the Naples Trust Company, our clients enjoy a one-on-one relationship with their investment and fiduciary team members, each of whom are locally based and meet regularly with clients for in-person or virtual visits. This personal touch is a trademark of the Trust Company. We make it a point to know you, your family members, and the goals that are most important to you. Are you ready for a better experience? Call us for an appointment at 239-774-4000. Or visit NaplesTrustCompany.com to discover the difference.
A division of the Sanibel Captiva Trust Company. Investments involve risk and are not guaranteed.
In Florida, we know a thing or two about championships.
Touchdown, Tampa Bay!
And here in Southwest Florida, we have our own championship team, My Shower Door. My Shower Door has made the Inc. 5000 fastest growing businesses in the United States for the 6th time. And because of that growth, My Shower Door needs more teammates. My Shower Door is a family business making frameless shower doors right here in Southwest Florida with a staff of 130 plus. So if you're ready to join the championship team, check out the jobs careers link at myshowerdoor.com.
Tell you about my water heater?
Not lately.
Supposed to take it for granted, right?
Well,
until it stops working, which it did.
Been taking care of it though, right?
What?
Professionally flushed out every year?
Nobody told me that.
I thought everyone knew
What
that.
else don't I know about water heaters?
Dave.
Have to scrape off the barnacles?
Dave.
Next you'll tell me I need to change the timing belt and upgrade the firmware just so I can enjoy my rainfall shower head with water that's maybe just a little warmer than actual rain!
Dave, so what's the best case scenario?
Best case? Okay, I make one call, someone comes out and fixes my water heater today. Maybe comes back to do that maintenance stuff.
That's best?
Well, yeah, but...
That's best. Best Home Services. They always have 4 plumbing trucks standing by waiting for last-minute calls.
They do all the...
Yes, they do.
GetBest.com. When something goes wrong, we're waiting.
So I can't take my water heater for granted?
Or your air conditioner.
What?
What?
Hi, Stuart Duncan here. At Duncan's Diamonds, we are the finest previously enjoyed Rolex watches, and we give a 2-year warranty. Come in and try them on. We offer great financing plans, too, of up to 60 months.
Valentine's Day is coming, and at Duncan's Diamonds, we have the largest selection of diamond jewelry at the best possible prices. Come see our enormous collection of engagement rings, wedding bands, diamond earrings, bracelets, and necklaces. When selecting your diamonds and fine jewelry, you absolutely want them to be the best. With Valentine's Day approaching, you need to get your special love something spectacular and unforgettable. Usually the gift list is a dozen roses, chocolates, or diamond jewelry. But at Duncan's Diamonds, you can get all of the above with any purchase, $99 or more. And we will not be undersold by anyone, anywhere. You can count on it. Come see us today. In Fort Myers on US 41 and the Gulf Coast Town Center and Naples at Mercado.
Where can you shop for your Valentine and you don't have to know her size, you don't have to spend a fortune, and your gift is sure to please? Naples Soap Company, of course. They've got everything you need for a romantic and cozy Valentine's Day right at home. Luxurious body butters, bath bombs, body oils, candles, and more. Hit a home run this Valentine's Day with one of their pre-wrapped gift sets. Shop in stores at Naples Soap Company or online at naplessoap.com.
From early morning till late at night, 92.5 Fox News gets talk radio right. Drew gets you going right with live and local talk 6 to 9. Then Beck's got your back 9 to noon. Then comes Clay Travis and Buck Sexton at noon, Sean Hannity at 3, Mark Levin at 8, and Dan Bongino from 10 till late. From early morning till late at night, 92.5 Fox News is right all along. Getting it right all day and all night. 92.5 WFSX Estero.
You want to get paid? File your taxes. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. That's the message the White House will be delivering today after the IRS had to stop sending monthly child tax credit payments to millions of Americans. Fox's Tanya J. Powers has more live.
Dave, this push is especially aimed at those whose incomes are low who would not traditionally file. Now, as part of the $1 trillion COVID relief package, the child tax credits were raised to $3,600 a year for each child 5 and under, $3,000 for those 6 to 17 years old. Now, the government began sending those payments out on a monthly basis starting in July. That means there are 6 months worth of payments waiting to be claimed by people filing their taxes. Workers without children also need to file. The relief package nearly tripled the earned income tax credit for workers without dependent children, meaning that many could get credits worth $1,500, Dave.
Tanya, White House science advisor Eric Lander has resigned after complaints from staffers led to a review that found he mistreated and bullied them. The Biden administration was going to let him remain on the job.
The resignation raises questions over why the White House didn't fire him, quote, on the spot after the president's day one pledge of a zero-tolerance policy towards bullying.
Fox's Griff Jenkins, the president, has again warned Russia not to invade Ukraine.
It would be a gigantic mistake.
Meeting with Germany's leader, he says our allies are united on this.
We will impose the most severe sanctions that have ever been imposed, economic sanctions.
France's president's gone to Ukraine after talks with Russian leader Vladimir Putin. More states are going to lift COVID mask mandates, all of them led by Democrats.
We're not going to manage COVID to zero. We have to learn how to live with COVID.
Governor Phil Murphy will lift the mandates next month in New Jersey. California, Connecticut, and Delaware will let some people go unmasked too, though there still could be local mandates and schools could still make kids wear masks. Next hour, we find out what movies are worthy of Oscars with the Academy Award nominations. America's listening to Fox News.
This Fox News update is presented by Freedom Dental of Fort Myers. Online at freedomdentalftmyers.com.
Wink News, traffic.
Your Tuesday morning commute starting off with a crash right now on 75 northbound, blocking a right-hand shoulder at mile marker 103, right between the exit to Collier Boulevard before you get to Golden Gate Parkway. Also heading out through Fort Myers, a crash off of Metro Parkway toward Plantation Road, right near Crystal Drive, near Corporate Park Circle. So watch out for some delays southbound on Plantation Road. 41 looking good. All of our overnight construction on the highway is cleared. 75, not seeing any issues across Lee or Charlotte counties. That's your up to the minute traffic. I'm Therese O'Shea. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
We'll be dry to start today, but we will start to see some rain push in by late afternoon and into this evening as a cold front begins to work its way through the area. A cloudy sky today with temperatures topping off near 68 degrees. Scattered rain returns as we head into this evening and tonight, with some lingering rain even persisting into your Wednesday morning. Temperatures waking up tomorrow near 54 degrees, a high of 70 for your Wednesday. Sunshine and cooler weather returning for Thursday, with lows back in the 40s with waking up for Thursday morning. I'm Wink News Weather Authority meteorologist Casey Sherman.
Find conservative sanity and Sean Hannity at rightallalong.net. 92.5 Fox News is streaming live around the clock.
You'd think an Army veteran with a military career including multiple combat deployments throughout the Middle East would be a great American. And you'd be right. But Joe Vanderbosch also happens to be a great dentist. An Army veteran of 8 years, Dr. Joe now makes his home in Southwest Florida, where his wife Sarah grew up.
Hi, I'm Dr. Joseph Vanerbosch, Freedom Dental on Metro Parkway in Fort Myers. In the Army, I received extra training in order to provide dental care in virtually any condition. That's why I can manage many dental treatments without the need to refer to a specialist. I served my country proudly for 8 years. Now I want to serve you and your dental needs. Special discounts for former and active military without dental insurance.
Dr. Vanderbosch provides emergency care and is now accepting new patients for cleaning, extractions, crowns, implants, and more. Find them online at freedomdentalfortmyers.com. That's freedomdentalfortmyers.com. Dr. Joseph Vanderbosch. Go to freedomdentalfortmyers.com.
February, when we celebrate 3 great American leaders, Lincoln, Washington, and Hugo from Rock Solid, where $9.99 gets it done. For limited time only, get a full set of kitchen countertops from $9.99. Install. Rock Solid guarantees to beat any competitor's prices, including installation. So come see Hugo and his team in Naples. And now serving Port Charlotte at 4135 Tamiami Trail. Visit RockSolidSWFL.com. Rock Solid, where $9.99 gets it done.
As a small business owner, your bottom line is always top of mind. So start saving by switching to Comcast Business Mobile. It's a mobile service designed for small business that can save you money with unlimited data for just $24 per line per month for 10 lines. Perfect for any small business looking to grow. Or you can pay by the gig. And with access to millions of Wi-Fi hotspots, you'll pay only for the data you need, with no line fees, activation costs, or term contracts. You can save up to $500 a year on your wireless bill, all on the most reliable nationwide network with 5G included. And it's only available to Comcast Business Internet customers. So boost your business's bottom line with a more reliable, more affordable mobile service by switching to Comcast Business Mobile today. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Restrictions apply. Taxes and fees extra. Most reliable based on Root Metrics US report. Results vary. Not an endorsement. Compares pricing of top carriers. Comcast Business Internet required. Reduced speeds after 20 gigabytes of usage.
Hello, Floridians. Today is a good day to do great things. Yes! Like finally getting your closet organized. Or fixing your water heater so you can enjoy warm, steamy showers. Oh, yeah! Do something great today by calling Plumbing Today to take care of all your plumbing needs. Right now, get our 93 free drain clearing and get the best from today.
Call today, Plumbing Today, plumbingtoday.biz.
Visit plumbingtoday.biz to book an appointment.
Thank you for waking us all up out here, for all you do. And
thank you for giving us the voice.
For being out there helping to keep the constitutional republic.
I want to thank you for
your support for veterans in the military.
Educating us.
Standing up for conservatism.
Giving us the truth.
Daybreak with Drew Steele.
Hey, good morning, Southwest Florida. Glad you're here. 239-479-5592, the talk and text line. Streaming live, drewsteele.com, the website, Steele has 3 E's. Thank you for watching and subscribing to the podcast and our channel on Rumble. There's so much to get to. Coming up at 8 o'clock, Matt Caldwell is going to join us. We're going to go over some of the issues happening out of Tallahassee. A lot of stories that are very important. Remember, local. Certainly local races are going to be very important leading up to primary. I think the primary here, and we're talking about 6 Democrats now, 6 running against the governor of the state. August 23rd, I think, is the primaries. And as we watch what's going on locally and in the state, very important that you remember that politics is local. And we talk about national issues. We certainly do. But there are things that are happening in Tallahassee that will affect you just like that. And so we got to keep an eye on it. Matt Caldwell at 8:05. So we'll have that conversation on the way. There's so much to get to. I don't even know where to start. Let's start with this. Let's start with a little bit of a Morning Joe to get our morning going.
Sit back with your morning cup of Joe.
Not a joke. You also asked the question. You asked so many, I can't remember them all. But in terms of...
okay, just asking too many questions. He's having a presser yesterday. He's with the chancellor there of Germany, and they're talking about Ukraine and a lot of other things that are going on. And it's just too many questions. You're asking me too many questions. I'm not really sure what's going on. But there's one question that he knows for sure that he's going to address when it comes to Nord Stream 2, because the president's tough. Listen, nobody, when the president says...
True international effort to pressure.
Well, nobody knows what he's talking about, but that's not the point. He's tough. And when it comes to Russia and Ukraine, let me tell you something. We're not messing around, and we got a plan. We got a plan on how we're going to take care of this, right?
If Russia invades, that means tanks or troops crossing the border of Ukraine again. Then there will be no longer a Nord Stream 2. We will bring an end to it.
How will you do that exactly, since the project and control of the project is within Germany's control?
We will, I promise you we'll be able to do it.
Oh, don't you worry about it. You can trust us. I'm not messing around. I'm talking tough, and they better be scared because I'm going to shut down Nord Stream 2. You know, we're going to make sure that nothing's on its way to Germany. Germany, the chancellor's sitting there and going, oh, hold on a second, time out. Maybe we'll talk about stuff. I don't know. Yeah, but anyway, there's the president when somebody asks, well, how are you going to do that? How are you going to shut down Nord Stream 2? Don't you worry about a thing. Don't you worry. What was that? That's it. That's what I meant. There you go. All right. Talking tough. This president is tough. No doubt about it. Hey, by the way, sometimes you got to be tough on those that you want to help and you want to do something for, and it's really about the touchy-feelies and the emotion and everything. And sometimes you make decisions that have to be tough, like the Biden HHS department, the Health and Human Services Department, is going to give $30 million to nonprofit groups because they're going to distribute what's called, quote-unquote, harm reduction supplies to some homeless that are out there and to some addicts that are out there. As a matter of fact, some of the quote-unquote harm reduction supplies among them are going to be crack pipes. Yeah, no, I'm not kidding. This story just popped. The Biden administration set to fund the distribution of crack pipes to drug addicts as part of its plan to advance, quote-unquote, racial equity.
Bowl of doggy do.
The $30 million grant program, which closed applications on Monday, will begin in May, will provide funds to nonprofits and local governments to help make drug use safer for addicts, including in the grant, which is overseen by the Department of Health and Human Services, are funds for smoking kits and supplies, crack pipes. They're going to give them crack pipes, everybody. And listen, this is... they're going to smoke crack cocaine and crystal meth and illicit substances, so let's give them the stuff that they need because we care. Oh, and by the way, we care a lot about equity, too. So the kit's going to reduce the risk of infection when smoking substances with glass pipes. Hey, that can lead to infections through cuts and sores, and applicants for the grants are prioritized if they treat a majority of quote-unquote underserved communities, including African Americans and LGBTQ plus persons, as established under the president's executive order on advancing racial equity by making sure we distribute crack pipes. Give it to me. Not saying we're in crazy times, but hey, you know, if the crack pipe fits. All right, nothing to see here. It's our northern border that we should be concerned about. Everything is good on the northern front, right? Justin Trudeau understands that there's a freedom convoy that is there in Ottawa that is not only there to protest what is happening with mandates across the country, and they are fed up and they are done, but they've also been incredibly respectful one of the war memorials. There was video out over the weekend that they were shoveling the snow around the war memorial. Veterans saying, listen, we don't see the government doing this, but we want to take care of this memorial. It means something to us. Shoveling the snow away from there, only to have a fence put around it by the municipality in Ottawa. Weird. Yeah, that and setting up what appears to be bounce houses for kids that are brought in with families of these truckers, and kitchens that were set up to feed not only the truckers, but some of the families there, and even homeless members of the population in Ottawa, those to be shut down as well. We're not talking about people who are burning and looting here. Well, it depends on who you ask. There's Justin Trudeau.
Individuals are trying to blockade our economy, our democracy, and our fellow citizens' daily lives.
Oh.
It has to stop.
Oh. Hold on.
The people of Ottawa don't deserve to be harassed in their own neighborhoods. They don't deserve to be confronted with the inherent violence of a swastika flying on a street corner.
Excuse me? What?
Confederate flag.
Oh, I see. Oh, all right. So there's like one person who's there who's flying a Confederate flag, which of course, you think of Confederate flags, you always think of Canada, and swastikas there. I guess there was a flag or something that popped up someplace. Interesting how the individuals who were flying these things around were not only kicked out by the Freedom Convoy individuals, the people that were there who weren't doing that at all. It's this one person that was doing it. But it was interesting how they're all standing outside, and this one person is the only person that has a complete mask over their face, and all you can see is their eyeballs and stuff. It's a little weird. It's almost as if it's kind of funny. It feels like it's almost like these things that are being talked about are kind of like, I don't want to say planned or anything like that, but it is kind of weird that all of that stuff is coming up. It's almost as if they've taken lessons from like January 6th or from the United States and some of the things that have happened here, and the demagoguing against individuals who care about their rights and their freedoms, and the way to do this is to introduce people that you could point at and go, hey, look at those guys over there. Oh, look at that. We don't know who they are or where they came from or whether or not they're part of the Freedom Convoy, and we can't talk to them or anything else. We really don't know a whole lot. But yeah, I'm not yes, I am. But anyway, so there's Justin Trudeau, who's claiming that the Freedom Convoy, individuals who have had enough, are trying to do bad things. They're just bad people, and it's got to stop. Okay, so there's that out there this morning. What else? Okay. This is now remember something. When it comes to Justin Trudeau cares about you, cares about the people. A lot of the things that they're trying to do, mandates, mass mandates for kids, even though 99.9% of kids survive COVID, 313, something like that, deaths out of all the deaths of children with COVID, not from COVID, but with COVID. And we've got numbers and we've seen the data and the science, but we still have to mask them up, and we've got to set them up for vaccines. Cannot wait until we can get a 2-year-old vaccinated. We just got to have that happen. Not a lot of people are doing that, and people are confused as to why that's not happening. And maybe it's because the numbers and the fear don't kind of match, or that kind of thing. But remember, everything that is being discussed here is all for your own good. You just don't get it. There are people that are going to be on the outside that are going to say it's all about power and that's the things that they want and control. And no, it's for your own good. I'll give you another example of how it's for your own good. Now, reminding you that I talked about this earlier, that the things that you're going to hear this morning and we're going to talk about may not necessarily be taking place in the state of Florida, may not be taking place in Southwest Florida. But understand that the left's policies in other places, in other states, are like testing grounds for what could be something that will come nationally, or people with leftist ideologies that come to Southwest Florida all the time, and some of them are on school boards. But you didn't know when you were voting for them that there are people that will want to see the kind of things you're about to hear happen here in the state and even here in Southwest Florida. For example, the mayor of the city of New York, Eric Adams, had something very interesting to say. Jake, I'm going to ask for you to be sort of like the ombudsman here. I'm going to ask for you to kind of listen to this and figure this out. As you're hearing Eric Adams, he's at, I guess, an event that is in Kings County, the health hospitals. He's at a hospital event. And he's concerned about the citizens of the city of New York and their health. And somebody asked, about the governor's health. I mean, how about you? And how do you eat? Healthy eating. I don't want you to listen to this because I'm trying to figure all of this out. And maybe, Jake, you can figure this out. Here you go.
You brought up your eating habits. I just want to clarify something. How often do you eat fish, and do you eat any other animal proteins?
Yeah, so he's talking about eating healthy. We got to have a city that's eating healthy. We come on, we got to stop. We need people eating healthy in this state. And so the reporter's like, fish and proteins and everything. Like, what do you do? Like, what do you eat? What are your eating habits? Are you ready for this, Jake? Here you go.
I eat a plant-based centered life. Some people want to call me vegan. Vegans eat Oreos and they drink Coca-Cola. I don't. I eat a plant-based centered life. And those who are the food police for me, they can food police all the time. I eat a plant-based centered life.
So you eat fish?
I eat a plant-based centered life. And I'm not going down that. Hold on. Please don't do that yelling out stuff with me. I don't do it to you. Don't do it to me. I eat a plant-based centered life. And I'm not going down this rabbit hole of what do you eat? If you eat cake and it has eggs in it, that you analyze it. I'm not doing that. The more plant-based you eat, the better and healthier you are. That is my question to those who are following me around in restaurants, wondering what I'm ordering. Listen, I'm not doing that. That's noise to me. I got to get New Yorkers to eat a plant-based centered life.
So he's got to get New Yorkers to eat
plant-based-centered life.
A what? A plant-based centered life. Okay, it's a
plant-based centered life.
What does that mean?
He's saying scented.
No,
plant-based centered life.
Centered life. Okay. What is a plant-based centered life? Like what? Why is it that he can't answer the question? I mean, there's a lot to unpack here. He's eating a plant-based centered life. Okay, so what does that mean? New Yorkers want to know. You want them to eat healthier. You need them to eat a plant-based centered life. They've got to be healthy. You've got to do something, Mayor. What are you going to do? I need them to eat a plant-based centered life. What does that look like? I can't tell you. Don't be the food police. Don't tell me I can't have eggs in my cake. Don't tell me that. No, I'm asking you. Just tell us. What are you eating? There's a plant-based centered. Could you have a menu? Do you have a piece of paper? Is there a restaurant I can go to? You got to eat a plant-based centered. What are you talking about? I don't know what he's doing. Of course, in New York City, there's a habit of making sure that we take care of the citizens. Remember the very Republican Michael Bloomberg. I can't even say it with a straight face. Michael Bloomberg, remember the sugary soda that he was trying to make sure that restaurants couldn't provide more than 16 ounces of sugary sodas in the city of New York until basically the Supreme Court there in the state was like, yeah, no, the courts are like, no, you can't. That's not constitution. You can't do that. But we've got to help you. We have to help you. You can't help yourself. And there's so much to unpack there. But two things are really important. Number one, if you're trying to explain to people how they need to eat better and you're that concerned about their health and well-being, can you have a menu? Can you just tell us what a plant-based centered life means? What does that even mean?
Plant-based centered life.
I don't know what that means, and I'm not allowed to tell you, but you got to do it for your own good. Oh, and by the way, we might even put restrictions in place to make sure you do that thing that you don't know what to do. That's Democrat ideology right there. I would say liberal ideology, but it's both. That's the first thing. And then the second thing is, can you all stop? Liberals, Democrats, socialists, progressives, it's all the same. Can you stop with this whole, we need to save you from yourself? Can you stop with this whole idea of, we're doing this for your own good? You just have to stop. And people are waking up more and more to this. And even some Democrats are waking up more and more to this, thanks to the pandemic and mandates that don't seem to jibe with the numbers that we know when it comes to our kids and masking and vaccinations and the like. You know, I come to find out this morning that Lee Health, according to Wink News, Lee Health says low vaccination rates and even lower rates of getting a booster are why COVID's continuing to spread and patients are still filling its hospitals. There's not enough people in Lee County that are rolling up their sleeves. Wait, is that true? Does Lee Health believe that if you're vaccinated and you're boosted up, that it's going to stop the spread? Is that right? Like, I don't understand what are they? What's the evidence? What are they looking at? I just want to get this straight. Jake, am I missing something? Lee Health says that low vaccination rates and even lower rates of getting a booster are why COVID's spreading and patients are still filling its hospitals. Have they looked? Do they have the evidence, the numbers to show what we've been talking about? That vaccinated people are spreading and they are getting it. What am I missing? Like, why are they saying that? Is that right? Again, these things that people are telling you, and there certainly are things that many people know. We know who the most vulnerable are. We should have went and focused on the most vulnerable. Vaccinations, we should have focused on the vaccines for the most vulnerable. Comorbidities, over 65, not 2-year-olds. And we have all the evidence that we need, so why say anything different? And again, it goes back to what I said before. About it, look, it's for your own good. The mayor of the city of New York, it's for your own good. And it takes me to a really important quote by C.S. Lewis, and I don't know if you've ever heard this before. That C.S. Lewis talked about the tyranny of exercising the good of its victims and how that is oppressive. You know, C.S. Lewis, in talking about doing this for your own good. My contention, he says, is that good men, not bad men, consistently acting upon that position, imposing the good, would act as cruelly and unjustly as the greatest tyrants. They might, in some respects, act even worse. Of all tyrannies, a tyranny sincerely exercised for the good of its victims may be the most oppressive. It would be better to live under robber barons than under omnipotent moral busybodies. The robber baron's cruelty may sometimes sleep, his cupidity may at some points be satiated, but those who torment us for their own good will torment us without end, for they do so with the approval of their own conscience. They may be more likely to go to heaven, yet at the same time likely to make a hell on earth. This very kindness stings with intolerable insult. To be quote-unquote cured against one's will and cured of states which we may not regard as diseases, to be put on the level of those who have not yet reached the age of reason, or for those who never will. To be classed with infants, imbeciles, and domestic animals. Again, a tyranny sincerely exercised for the good of its victims, this is for your own good, may be the most oppressive. And isn't that the truth? 239-479-5592 is the talk and text line, streaming live, drewsteele.com, the website, Steele has 3 E's. Thank you for watching, subscribing to the podcast. Daybreak 92.5, Fox News, right all along.
Need some inspiration? Don't look left. Look right. Here, 92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
It's a new year and a great time to upgrade your cabinets. You want Sinclair quality. You want Sinclair craftsmanship. You want Sinclair cabinets. Sinclair Custom Homes now offers their handmade, built in the USA custom cabinets without having to purchase a Sinclair custom home. You can now have the same high-quality furniture finished cabinets in your existing home. Upgrade your kitchen, your bath, your closets, even your garage. For details, visit SinclairCabinets.com. That's SinclairCabinets.com.
This is Mike Roberts, Vice President at Mortgage Warehouse, Southwest Florida's mortgage price leader and home of the no closing cost mortgage. No points, no hidden fees, no closing costs, period. It's no secret. Mortgage rates are expected to rise in 2022. But for right now, rates are still really good. Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, and the FHA have all increased their loan limits this year, so now is the time to make sure you're locked into the best rates and terms possible. If you're thinking about cash out for projects or simply want to improve your current rate, the time to review this is now, before rates rise. Our no closing cost program can help you get today's low rates without any cost or fees, giving you the flexibility to take advantage of current and future market conditions. Call us for a free review at 313-5000. That's 313-5000, mortgagewarehouse.com.
Certain restrictions apply. NMLS ID 137154, Equal Housing Lender.
What's up, South Florida? Jimmy the Beef Guy here. If you can tell, I'm from the Chicagoland area. And if you love Chicago like I do, there's one thing you really miss is a real good Italian beef sandwich. So wait no more. It's Jimmy the Beef Guy to the rescue. For almost 20 years now, I've been in the beef and bread business, so trust me, I know beef. We moved here a little over a year ago with our son Quentin and just opened up our first Jimmy the Beef Guy location right here in Bonita Springs. So if you haven't tried our Italian beef sausage yet, we invite you and your family to our grand opening on Saturday, February 19th, starting at noon. We're at the southeast corner of US 41 at Bonita Beach Road. Oh yeah, I also got you covered for the big game. We have a big game special that comes with the beef, gravy, the bread, the peppers, the tray, everything. Just give me a 24-hour notice. And hey guys, when you're at the register looking at me, don't look all nervous and say gardenia. It's pronounced jardiniere.
Let's hear from Dr. Johnston at 596-BACK.
Have you ever had pain down your legs or into your hips and thought, why is this happening? There's a large nerve that comes out of your back that runs down into your leg called the sciatic nerve. This nerve can get compressed by a bulging herniated disc, arthritis, stenosis, or scoliosis. This causes sciatica, which eventually can lead to back, leg, or hip pain, weakness, or numbness. Avoid the band-aids like anti-inflammatories, spinal injections, or painful surgery. Sciatica, as well as bulging disc neuropathy and stenosis, can now effectively be treated with non-surgical spinal decompression at Johnston Spinal Care, 596-BACK. Spinal decompression decompresses the discs and nerves, allowing them to heal. FDA cleared, safe and comfortable. Make a decision to live life without pain. Call my office, Johnston Spinal Care, for a free telephone consultation. 596-BACK. 596-BACK. That's 596-2225.
Being involved in a legal dispute can leave you feeling like you've lost control. I'm Ellie Anajar from the law offices of Anajar & Levine. Understanding the law and the rules of evidence can mean the difference between winning or losing your case. If you are involved in a legal dispute and are not sure of your options, call the law offices of Anajar & Levine at 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733 for a free consultation. And take back control of your life.
Offices Fort Myers and Naples.
Does market turbulence and economic turmoil have you worried about your retirement nest egg? I'm Alfie Townsend. Learn how to navigate these uncertain times. Tune in to Saving the Investor radio show every Saturday at 9 a.m. or visit us at savingtheinvestor.com.
In Florida, we know a thing or two about championships.
Touchdown, Tampa Bay!
And here in Southwest Florida, we have our own championship team, My Shower Door. My Shower Door has made the Inc. 5000 fastest growing businesses in the United States for the 6th time. And because of that growth, My Shower Door needs more teammates. My Shower Door is a family business making frameless shower doors right here in Southwest Florida with a staff of 130 plus. So if you're ready to join the championship team, check out the jobs careers link at myshowerdoor.com.
This break is sponsored by Cornerstone Builders. Give us the opportunity to wow you.
Wink News, traffic.
Heading out right now along I-75. We're still dealing with a crash off to the side of the road, mile marker 103, northbound in Naples near the exit to Golden Gate Parkway. That's a hit-and-run crash initially reported with injuries, so watch out for some slight delays nearby. Also keeping an eye on a crash in Lehigh Acres at Bell Boulevard and Grant Boulevard with some roadblocks, seeing southbound delays along that stretch of Bell Boulevard. No injuries reported. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Therese O'Shea. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
We'll be dry to start today, but we will start to see some rain push in by late afternoon and into this evening as a cold front begins to work its way through the area. A cloudy sky today with temperatures topping off near 68 degrees. Scattered rain returns as we head into this evening and tonight, with some lingering rain even persisting into your Wednesday morning. Temperatures waking up tomorrow near 54 degrees, a high of 70 for your Wednesday. Sunshine and cooler weather returning for Thursday, with lows back in the 40s waking up for Thursday morning. I'm Wink News Weather Authority meteorologist Casey Sherman.
It's all right here at 92.5 Fox News. We've been right all along.
Imagine replacing your old kitchen with the kitchen of your dreams. Brand new custom-made cabinet doors. Drawer fronts, hand-finished by true craftsmen. Designer hardware, new hinges, and everything installed beautifully in less than a week, start to finish. Expensive? No. To the contrary, with refacing by Cornerstone, you'll save so much, we should really talk about your master bathroom too. Go for wow. Go for Cornerstone.
Experience really does matter. Hi, this is Vincent Napoleon. We're currently experiencing a very different real estate market. Is this a bubble? Is it going to last? Should I sell now or should I buy now? With over 30 years of living and working right here in Collier County, I know I can help guide you through. If you're currently thinking about selling your home or buying a home, please reach out to me today. Recognized by the Wall Street Journal and Real Trends magazine as one of the nation's top performing agents with a #1 firm, Coldwell Banker. You know, it costs you nothing to meet with me, but will cost you thousands not to. Please go to thatradioad.com, again, thatradioad.com, or feel free to email me at thatradioad@gmail.com, thatradioad@gmail.com. Vincent Napoleon, thank you.
Dial star 2020. France Eye Care.
Trey Riddle, your host of The Drive here for France Eye Care. I want to talk about their marketing director, who I love, who in what I'm supposed to read right here, it says, if you don't like the cheese, be creative and come up with something fun. I'm going to read the cheese because I love it. I can't take my eyes off of you. Wait, hold on. Let me get my glasses first. Not exactly the words you want to hear, right? So how about the gift of laser vision correction for you or someone you love on Valentine's Day? I can't take my eyes off you, but I'd like to take these contacts out of my dry eyes. I love this stuff. Out of all seriousness, I do love Dr. France and his team at France Eye Care. They are the experts in laser vision correction. It's where I had my LASIK procedure, and it changed my life. Now through February 20, $500 off of bilateral LASIK. Contact them now.
Dial star 2020. France Eye Care. Don't sweat. Call Brett.
Wow, the last 50 years at Brett Air have flown by.
50 years ago, Naples was a small town.
It sure was, only one stoplight from Naples Park to the high school.
Where was Brett AC then?
Dad ran the business from our garage, Mom answered phones, and then we moved from the garage to a building on 41 by Park Shore.
I'm grateful Grandpa Brett started Brett Air Conditioning, and you and Mom grew it these past 50 years.
Me too. 3 generations of Bretts working in the business. One day the 4th generation will be taking over.
It's been an honor being a part of Brett Air Conditioning. Proud to say we've never been bought out or sold. Same Brett family. Not many local AC companies can say that.
I believe it's the principles we've built Brett Air Conditioning on, and that's why we'll be around for another 50 years.
Don't sweat. Call Brett.
License number CAC 1819995.
With each breath, allergens, germs, and viruses get trapped in your nose. Now, there's a simple, easy, and effective way to clean your nose and protect your health. It's called Navage. Navage. Available at Navage.com.
Hi, Stuart Duncan here from Duncan's Diamonds. With Valentine's Day approaching, you need to get your special love something spectacular and unforgettable. Usually the gift list is a dozen roses, chocolate, or diamond jewelry. But at Duncan's Diamonds, you can get all the above.
Yes, we want you to have an amazing Valentine's Day experience. At Duncan's Diamonds, we're offering a dozen roses and a box of chocolates with any purchase of $99 and above. We have the largest selection of diamond jewelry and estate Rolex watches at the best possible prices. Come see our collection of engagement rings, wedding bands, diamond earrings, bracelets, and necklaces. Amazing savings together with roses and candy. When selecting your diamonds and fine jewelry, you absolutely want them to be perfect. Why settle for anything less than the best this Valentine's? Duncan's Diamonds, your Valentine's Day diamond jewelry and Rolex watch headquarters. In Fort Myers on US 41 and the Gulf Coast Town Center and Naples at Mercado.
IRAs have always been a great way for investors to direct their investment dollars into real estate investments, but that option is under attack in Biden's new Build Back Better plan. Ty Lassiter here from Key City Capital to give you the details. Many of our investors choose to use a self-directed IRA to place their investment dollars in Key City Capital because they love the double-digit returns that we deliver. However, if Biden gets his way, the new stimulus package may limit or even remove your freedom to invest with your IRA dollars in most real estate investments. But rest assured, Key City Capital is hard at work to deliver the promised returns to our investors.
Call Key City Capital today for your free tax and wealth analysis appointment at 239-330-2080. That's 239-330-2080. Check us out online at kcap925.com. That's kcap925.com.
Have lunch with Clay and Buck at noon, right after Glenn Beck at 9. 92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
Brendan Leslie, FLConservativeVoice.com, Florida's Conservative Voice, coming up in just a second. So a couple of reminders. That phone number, 239-479-5592, because in about 10 minutes or so, we've got Drew's College of Political Knowledge, 4 questions on politics. The more you get right, the higher the degree. We'll see if you earn a PhD. And for that today, we've got a beautiful Valentine's gift box to Naples Soap Company. It is really incredible what they do. Naples Soap Company is a great local business. And again, we've got this Valentine's gift box that you are going to love for you or somebody you love. So maybe for the first time you're like, Valentine's Day? Yeah, don't worry about it. So just play Drew's College and you'll get that all taken care of. So we've got that on the way. Plus other things that I wanted to get to this morning, including I just heard, I guess, somebody sent me a message that, at the Beijing Olympics that nobody's watching, that is like down, the opening ceremony is down like 45% from previous year. I mean, it's just, nobody's watching. It's awful because people get it. They don't have to be told. They know what's going on with China and understand what's happening with the Uyghur population and what's going on there. And oh, by the way, the story that just came to me was that, remember at the opening ceremony, I guess lighting the torch and then competing in one of the sports was a Uyghur, a female, I believe it was a woman, competing in one of the sports. And then we come to find out she came like in 43rd and like an awful finish in skiing or something like that. Walked past the reporters, because they ask everybody about, hey, how did you get started and what's your life like? They walked by the reporters and they haven't been seen since. Have no idea where they are. Just saying that, if you're questioning or trying to give us evidence that it's not propaganda and what you're doing is actually true and it's happening and nothing's happening with the Uyghurs. Look, here's a skier. And let's talk to them right now and talk about how wonderful. They're gone. Yeah, they're gone. That might hurt the credibility side of things. Just saying. All right. We got some Florida stories we've got to concentrate on. It is Brendan Leslie joining us right now on Daybreak 92.5 Fox News. Let's get to some of these stories at FLConservativeVoice.com. How are you this morning, sir?
Good. How are we doing, Drew?
Yeah, we're doing all right. Keeping an eye on what will be. By the way, I think there's like 6 Democrats running against Ron DeSantis right now. I don't know if people realize that. There's like 6 of them. And all of them stink. Nikki Fried's fun. I mean, I guess
she's a lot of fun to talk about.
Yeah, I heard last week that you had this story about how she tried to take credit for DeSantis helping Florida farmers after the cold front that came through. We talked about that, how awful it was going to be for the citrus industry and the concerns about the damage to crops and everything else, and calling in emergency management and keeping an eye on everything. And Nikki Fried's like, look at what I did. And it's like, no, and that's not really, but that's kind of the MO a little bit for Democrats in the state. Or it's either that or it's Death Santis, which they haven't been able to prove on that side either. It's pretty hilarious.
Well, it's just typical Democrats. Nikki Fried's Twitter team deserves an A+. They do a great job at making sure they put out some viral clickbait type tweets. So they put out the tweet of something that he was already doing.
Right.
Basically, she wanted to kind of say it first publicly to make it seem like DeSantis wasn't doing it. So then when he did it, like an hour later, declared that a state of emergency and helped out the farmers from the freeze. she can be like, "Yep, look, see, it was all me. I pressured him. Look at my tweet. See."
Yeah. And speaking of putting out tweets and somebody who's really effective and somebody that Christina Pusha has been amazing. She, the governor's spokesperson, and I got to tell you, she is like, she's straight fire. She's just awesome. I mean, she's a great follow on Twitter, by the way, if you're into that kind of thing. And
if you're not into the Twitter thing, I got an exclusive video sit-down interview with her on the website at FalconservativeVoice.com.
All right. Good stuff. Okay. So, just an aside. All right, let's talk about this. The bill to have on the ballot for this year, the supervisor of schools being an elected position. Where are we with that right now?
Yeah, it cleared its committee assignments, so we are one step closer. It needs to pass the House and the Senate now, and then go to the governor's desk for a signature. But State Representative Jenna Persons is pushing this bill, and it's getting a lot of momentum. And when I was up in Tallahassee, I was talking to some lawmakers about it just on the side, and every single one of them are saying, "Yep, this is if we get this, we're going to support this. This is it's a good thing." And some of them hope it ignites a domino effect across the state, and we see other counties following this lead. But if it does pass this ballot coming up in November, Lee County voters will be asked if they think the superintendent for the school district should be an elected position. And then if so, it will be enacted for 2024. And that's why we should all be paying attention to what the Lee County School Board just did this past week, was ram through a hire of a new superintendent, because I'm speculating here, but one can ask these questions. It seems like they want to get their guy in before those four board members, those four radical board members, lose their position in the upcoming election. And then now they have this superintendent getting free name recognition, and it's going to be golden for him when he goes up for election.
Yeah, and I think that's part of it. I wonder how much of it is having a person in place that's going to be able to implement a lot of the policies and things that some of the radicals, as you could put it, on the school board want to put forward and get moving, because that's 18 months away. If it gets on the ballot this year, you're talking
plenty of time.
Yeah, plenty of time to get things implemented. And by the way, is anybody even, and I don't know if you know the question here, and I'm just putting this out there for people who are listening. The history, I guess he came from Orange County and then went to Nevada, I believe it was. I forget what state he went to afterwards. But like how those districts operated, I'm under the impression that if you pick up somebody that has to be hired right now that is amazing and we can't let them go, that they have a pretty good track record in both places. But I haven't heard anything about that, which leads me to believe it might be the opposite.
I was about to say, or their track record is crazy radical.
or just not positive. That's something.
How do you convince the superintendent to come to this district with how toxic it is, all the news coverage, and the fact that the future is uncertain?
Well, if they're in agreement, because they're in agreement. I mean, if they're in agreement with what the board's doing and what they want to implement, then they see opportunity. And
exactly.
And somebody, it's like in sports when you have the first a first round draft pick that's just not making it. And on the team that they're on. And sometimes it's a change of scenery that will get them to play up to expectations. Sometimes it's just being wanted. Sometimes they're better just because they go to a team that they know wants them, and they play harder and better for that team because they feel like that's somebody who wants them to be there on that team or in that district, whatever the case may be. And there are also people, by the way, when it comes to the superintendent issue, there are people that are making some valid claims about on the opposite side of this, about it being an elected position. And here's the claim, and Brendan, you can speak to this if you want, but I think this is an important thing to notice, that also means that we have to do our homework, that you can't sit on the sidelines, not only when it comes to school board or county commission or anything else, but if this is an elected position, we've got to do our homework. We just can't trust that other people are going to do it, or to just to ignore these positions because they're that important. You're going to have to make it as every one of them is the most important issue in the moment. And so you can't just say, oh, well, I don't know enough about it, but it'll work itself out. No. That means that we are going to have to do our due diligence to make sure that we are vetting and keeping an eye on it. It's a big responsibility. It is, and something that we have to recognize.
I have faith in the people nowadays because I think there's just an awakening that we've never seen before. And I think people are fired up and ready to go and make sure that we fix these school boards. I'm really, really looking forward to the future of Lee County. I think all 4 board seats are going to flip. And then also we should talk to just shows how out of touch the media is with Southwest Florida. I mean, when he got hired, the coverage was, oh yeah, he new superintendent. Yay.
Yeah,
why isn't anyone asking the hard questions? Why am I the only one that's talking about this stuff? And with you as well.
It's Brendan Leslie joining us on Daybreak 92.5 Fox News. FLConservativeVoice.com is the website to visit to hear about these stories. One that I wanted to discuss with you is the health conscious bill.
Yep.
I've heard about this from a bunch of different people. First of all, tell everybody what it is, and then tell everybody where we are.
Representative John Snyder out of Ocala is a Republican, is pushing this bill. It would make conscience a right, aka if a health care provider doesn't want to conduct an abortion, a gender reassignment surgery, because it goes against their beliefs, they have that right if this bill passes, and they won't be charged with discrimination or whatever the process is. And of course you got all the lefties saying, oh, you're banning trans surgeries, you're banning abortions. No. We're making sure that the healthcare providers have the same rights as you do to say that you want to get your boys snipped off,
Okay. Well, there's that. But the point being that, the issue of liberty and freedom constantly coming up, those that know better than you telling you what you have to do as opposed to your conscience, which your conscience means something. And this health bill, I'm sure Florida Democrats love this, and they have embraced it. And they are saying all kinds of... I can't even say it with a straight face. They've got to be going crazy over this, of course.
Losing their minds and twisting the words and using the media to their benefit. And of course, the media's, they're suckers and they're eating it all up.
Yeah. All right, let's talk about this before we go. It's a big event that's going to be taking place. Patriot Fest. Many people have heard about it in the past. They wonder when the next one's going to be and how they can be there. So what is Patriot Fest?
It's Florida's conservative voice, big America First rally, I like to describe it as. We're bringing in some big speakers, Marjorie Taylor Greene, Madison Cawthorn, DC Drano, Andrew Giuliani, possibly Rudy Giuliani, among many others. Alfie Oakes, of course, will be speaking, and it's at Sugden Park on March 19th in Naples. And Drew, I'm looking forward to teaming up with you, and I know you can take the next part away and tell the people the exciting part.
Oh, okay. Well, the exciting part is the event's going to be a great event. And also coming up starting next week, we'll have tickets for you to win. I guess these are pretty good tickets. Maybe you can describe what they are going to get with these tickets.
Yeah. So each week leading up to the event, I guess we'll do it, the drawing on our during our segment each week. I'll be giving away they're called Emerald tickets, and that is meet and greet with the speakers. And then you'll get front row VIP seating, preferred parking, as well as food and drink tickets.
All right. Fantastic. So we'll have that for you starting next week. But Patriot Fest. And if you want to find out more about it, can they go to the website?
Yep. Go to the website and you'll see the banner right at top.
All right. There you go. FLConservativeVoice.com is the website. Brendan Leslie, Florida Conservative Voice, joining us on Daybreak 92.5 Fox News. All right, we'll talk to you next week, man. All the best.
All righty, see you then.
All right. 239-479-5592 is the talk and text line where you should call right now. 9th caller. We're going to play Drew's College of Political Knowledge. 4 questions on politics. The more you get right, the higher the degree. We'll see if you earn a PhD, and you will win a Valentine's gift box just for playing from the great Naples Soap Company. With, I believe, 6 area locations around Southwest Florida. What a place to go for your Valentine's gift this year. And this Valentine's gift box is amazing. It's yours. Call in 9. You will win and play Drew's College next on Daybreak 92.5 Fox News. Right all along with traffic. Here's Therese O'Shea.
Heading out right now along I-75. We're still dealing with a crash off to the side of the road, mile marker 103, northbound in Naples near the exit to Golden Gate Parkway. That's a hit-and-run crash initially reported with injuries, so watch out for some slight delays nearby. Also, keeping an eye on a crash in Lehigh Acres at Bell Boulevard and Grant Boulevard with some roadblocks, seeing southbound delays along that stretch of Bell Boulevard. No injuries reported. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Teresa O'Shea. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
Rain returns for the area by late this afternoon and into this evening as a cold front begins to work its way through. Otherwise, dry for the first half of the day with a cloudy sky with temperatures only topping off near 68 degrees. We keep with some scattered rain overnight and into your Wednesday morning. Some isolated rain persisting for us. This front clears the area by Wednesday afternoon, leaving us dry, sunny, and cooler for Thursday with lows back in the 40s, waking up for Thursday morning. I'm Wink News Weather Authority meteorologist Casey Sherman.
Liberals suck. That's why we have Clay and Buck. Clay Travis and Buck Sexton. Today, noon to 3 on 92.5 Fox News. Right.
Searching
all along.
everywhere for great prices on appliances? No, you're not, because you have better things to do. Besides, Good Deals has it for less, and they have plenty of items in stock despite shortages everywhere else. Remember, Good Deals guarantees the lowest price on everything they sell. Find a lower price anywhere, and Jay will beat it. Guaranteed. Visit one of the showrooms in Fort Myers, Naples, and Cape Coral, or shop online at gooddealsappliances.com.
Good Deals Appliances. Have we got a deal for you?
Look, if you suffer from chronic joint pain, don't assume that steroid shots, pain pills, and surgery are your only options. You can now get real, lasting, life-changing relief from QC Kinetics. QC Kinetics is the nation's leader in using biologic therapies to repair damaged tissue in your aching joints. People with knee and back pain, shoulder pain, and hip pain, they're moving again, enjoying life again with help from QC Kinetics. This advanced, unique treatment protocol uses natural biologic agents, mostly from your own body. And these powerful, highly concentrated growth factors are put directly into your affected joint, going to work to soothe the inflammation and restore damaged tissue. A truly regenerative treatment. No surgery, no drugs, no downtime. Call QC Kinetics now, 239-893-PAIN, and wake up to a life without pain. Give them a call right now, 239-893-PAIN. That's 239-893-PAIN.
In your underwear?
Honey, put some clothes on.
Taking cold showers every hour? Or pitching a tent in front of your refrigerator to stay cool. These are things you can do to beat the heat in your home. Or get a $49 preseason tune-up with no breakdown guarantee.
I love Cool Today.
Call it today, cool today. Visit cooltoday.com.
This winter, Comcast Business is helping Team USA and businesses across America stay ahead during the Olympic Winter Games. Keep yours ahead too, with reliable connectivity and secure solutions on the network that can deliver gig speeds to the most businesses. And get access to over 20 million Wi-Fi hotspots from coast to coast to help you stay connected on the go. So no matter what big event comes up, your team can be ready for what's next. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Get started with internet and voice for $35 each a month for 24 months for 2 years when you buy both. Plus, ask how to get free installation and 1 month free with a qualifying bundle. Call 1-800-501-6000 or go online today to learn more. Limited time offer, restrictions apply. New Comcast Business 35 megabits per second internet and 1 voice line customers only. Early termination fee applies. Requires EcoBill and autopay. Equipment, taxes, and other fees extra.
92.5 Fox News.
Drew's College of Political Knowledge is presented by France Eye Care. Better vision, better life.
It's Drew's
All right. Let's go to Adrian. Adrian's in Fort Myers. Yo, Adrian.
Hello.
Hi. See what I did there? Oh, no. Okay. Probably hear it all the time. Hi, it's Drew's.
I do hear it all the time.
Yeah,
It's okay.
I know. It's just tell me to stop. Okay, it's Drew's College of Political Knowledge. 4 questions on politics. The more you get right, the higher the degree. We'll see if you earn a PhD. Your associate's degree question starts right now. Ronald Reagan served as the 33rd governor of what state?
California.
That is correct. All right, and you got an associate's. We'll see if you get a bachelor's degree on this question. Who is the individual that Rick Scott beat in the 2018 election to become senator of the great state of Florida? Who was the person before him, the Democrat?
I actually have no idea.
Okay, that was Bill Nelson. You ever heard of Bill? You ever heard of Bill Nelson?
No, I just recently moved here from Seattle. So.
Oh, all right. Well, this is a valuable thing, Adrian. That's why you do this. It's a lesson in not only national but Florida politics. So, Bill Nelson, he was an astronaut. He's an interesting guy. But anyway, no longer there. Okay. Well, let's see if we get a bachelor's degree on this question. How many U.S. senators do we have in total?
U.S. senators?
Yes.
In total, 50.
I know there's 100 senators. We have 100 senators.
Sorry, yes, 100.
Yes. She meant 100. Jake said,
two from each state.
Nope.
I do know that, actually.
Okay. Jake says, no, you didn't. I believe you. Jake doesn't.
Fair.
And Jake has the, he has the buzzer. All right, well, let's see if you get this. Okay. In 1865, Lee surrendered to Grant at Appomattox Courthouse. That ended what war? 1865, Lee surrenders to Grant, Appomattox Courthouse. Which war did that end effectively? You can do it.
Civil War?
Yes, the Civil War. Yes, that's correct. All right, well, congratulations. I have no idea what she got. Did she get a bachelor's degree today? I think that's what it is. Okay.
I think I got a bachelor's.
Yeah, I think so. But you know what? You can call back in the future and work on that. And here's the best part. You got yourself a fantastic Valentine's gift box from Naples Soap Company. They are an amazing local company, and they are great. All kinds of fantastic items in that gift box. So congratulations to you, and stay right there. Don't move. Okay?
Okay.
All right.
Thanks.
All right. Thank you, Adrian. How many times has she heard that in her life? Yo, Adrian. I do that too often. And then I think I come up with an original, Anyway, Matt Caldwell's coming up next. Hey, everybody. All right, we'll talk some more Florida politics. Important stuff happening here in the state.
92.5 Fox News. Right. All along.
Well, hello there. I am the Guitar Hotel. I have over 3,000 of the newest slot machines and nearly 200 table games with real cards and real dealers. Come experience my incredible lineup of restaurants, bars, and of course, Hard Rock Live. Or spend a day soaking up the sun in my 18 acres of poolside paradise. I can't wait to meet you. Visit hardrockholly.com to find out more.
If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, please call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
This is 92.5 WFSX Estero, Fox News. Right all along. On the radio, on your smart speaker, and online at rightallalong.net.
We all share a common journey. We wanted to serve our country, stand for something bigger than ourselves, and protect the things we love. Although we were ready to face any mission, help those in need, and make a difference. For some of us.
Now, the president's top science advisor, Eric Lander, who advised on issues like the pandemic and mask and vaccine mandates, now out after that internal investigation showed he mistreated and bullied his staff.
That's Fox's Griff Jenkins. The president's urging American citizens to leave Ukraine, worried about a possible Russian invasion.
I hate to see them get caught in a crossfire if, in fact, they did invade.
Standing with Germany's leader, he warned Russia again, our allies are united, preparing severe economic punishment. The White House will today urge Americans, especially those with low incomes, to file their taxes to get the expanded child tax credit as soon as they can after IRS monthly payments ended and the Biden social spending plan stalled in the Senate. With COVID cases falling from the record Omicron wave, several states are going to undo some mask mandates.
I think this is something we've earned, Connecticut. We've earned it.
Democratic Governor Ned Lamont, Oregon and California, Delaware and New Jersey will lift some state restrictions, but local and school district mask mandates could remain. And we have an update on the school mask fight in Virginia. Fox's Evan Brown has it live.
Yeah, Dave, Virginia's new governor, Glenn Youngkin, campaigned on ending mask mandates in school and upon taking office issued an executive order making face coverings optional for students. And while a court blocked that order after a small group of parents from Chesapeake sued, demanding all kids be masked, the Virginia Supreme Court is now dismissing that lawsuit, allowing the mask optional order to stand. The High Court says in its ruling that the parents suing lacks standing and that it wasn't opining on the legality of the governor's order, Dave.
Evan, Hyundai and Kia are recalling almost 500,000 vehicles that have and could catch fire, telling owners to park them outside, not in garages. America's listening to Fox News.
Life is about being.
It is presented by New South Window Solutions. Find them online at newsouthwindow.com.
Wink News, traffic.
Heading through Lehigh Acres, dealing with a couple of crashes. One at Leland Heights Boulevard and Connecticut Road, causing delays off of Homestead Road. Another over at Owen Avenue South and Leonard Boulevard with no injuries or roadblock. And also a crash at Grant Boulevard and Bell Boulevard with no injuries. Also seeing a crash still along I-75, getting cleared off mile marker 103 northbound near the exit to Golden Gate Parkway. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Therese O'Shea. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
We'll be dry to start today, but we will start to see some rain push in by late afternoon and into this evening as a cold front begins to work its way through the area. A cloudy sky today with temperatures topping off near 68 degrees. Scattered rain returns as we head into this evening and tonight, with some lingering rain even persisting into your Wednesday morning. Temperatures waking up tomorrow near 54 degrees, a high of 70 for your Wednesday. Sunshine and cooler weather returning for Thursday, with lows back in the 40s waking up for Thursday morning. I'm Wink News Weather Authority meteorologist Casey Sherman.
At home or on your phone, no matter where you roam, you can always get rightallalong.net, the new web home for 92.5 Fox News.
Everyone understands that when you buy more, you should pay less. It's called a volume discount. Hi, this is Earl Ron, president of New South Window, and we would like to make and install your windows. New South offers volume discounts for homeowners. The more you buy, the more you save. Our discounts start at the fourth window, and from there, the savings grow. New South can do this because we own our factory, and that's the power of Factory Direct. Award-winning, energy-efficient windows that will save you money and protect your home. Our windows are made in Florida, for Florida homes, by Florida workers, and we guarantee them for life. Visit us at newsouthwindow.com.
Hi, I'm Soren Christensen with Advanced Wealth Advisors. Are you worried about higher taxes now and in the future? Are you looking for opportunities to reduce your taxes and increase your income? I'm a certified financial planner professional with training in investment, retirement, and tax planning. I'll work with you to ensure your financial plan is maximizing all tax reduction opportunities. Visit awadvisors.com to request a consultation and to see the Advanced Wealth Advisors difference. That's awadvisors.com.
Plumbing nerds, we're just smarter now, you've heard. Give us a call, we'll fix you up. Anytime, day or night. If your plumbing's just not right, give us a call, we'll fix you up. Plumbing nerds, plumbing nerds, we're just smarter now, you heard. Give us a call, we'll fix you up. If your drains are neat and clean, and your toilet's acting weird, give us a call, we'll fix you up. Plumbing nerds, plumbing nerds.
Hey guys, it's health and fitness expert Robbie Raw. Are you walking around in pain? Remember, it's not just about what shoes you wear, it's what's in them and how your body aligns from your feet on up. Learn more and find the location nearest you at goodfeet.com.
What's up, South Florida? Jimmy the Beef Guy here. If you can tell, I'm from the Chicagoland area. And if you love Chicago like I do, there's one thing you really miss is a real good Italian beef sandwich. So wait no more. It's Jimmy the Beef Guy to the rescue. For almost 20 years now, I've been in the beef and bread business, so trust me, I know beef. We moved here a little over a year ago with our son Quentin and just opened up our first Jimmy the Beef Guy location right here in Bonita Springs. So if you haven't tried our Italian beef sausage yet, we invite you and your family to our grand opening on Saturday, February 19th, starting at noon. We're at the southeast corner of US 41 at Bonita Beach Road. Oh yeah, I also got you covered for the big game. We have a big game special that comes with the beef, gravy, the bread, the peppers, the tray, everything. Just give me a 24-hour notice. And hey guys, when you're at the register looking at me, don't look all nervous and say gardenia. It's pronounced jardiniere.
You finally reached your savings goal, but even while you're celebrating, questions start to pop up. How much will you really spend in retirement? What about the impact of taxes? Because, changes are coming. At Annex Wealth Management, we understand the uncertainty you're feeling. You're not alone. A recent study shows that more than 1/3 of retirees underestimated how much they'd spend. Then there's the impact of rising healthcare costs. There's so many parts to a well-crafted investment and retirement plan that includes tax and estate planning. You're smart enough to know you don't have all the answers. That also means you're smart enough to know where to get help. Now is the time to act, and there's a partner ready to roll up sleeves and get to work on your behalf. The team at Annex Wealth Management is ready to listen, review what you've got with our complimentary portfolio review, and put a plan in place for you and your family. Visit AnnexWealth.com and click the Get Started button. Know the difference with a fee-only fiduciary on your side. One team, one plan, one fee. AnnexWealth.com.
Thank you for waking us all up out here. For all you do. And
thank you for giving us a voice.
For being out there helping to keep the constitutional republic. I want to thank you for your support for veterans in the military. Educating us. Standing up for conservatism. Giving us the truth.
Daybreak with Drew Steele.
Hey, good morning, Southwest Florida. Glad you're here. 239-479-5592. That's the talk and text line, and we stream live, drewsteele.com, the website, Steele as 3 E's. Thank you for watching, subscribing to the podcast. Matt Caldwell is joining us right now. First of all, Matt, good morning. How are you, sir?
Doing great. How about you, Drew?
I'm doing well. There's a lot to get to. I want to jump right in. You ready to jump in?
Let's go for it.
Okay.
Dive in the pool.
Okay, good. So here, this just popped up on my feed, and I just have to talk about this and play this. We're going to talk about Florida stories. There's some important stories about an abortion bill that's going through right now in Tallahassee, and some other things that are happening as well that we're going to get to. But so yesterday, Politico put out a story about a scoop that the CDC and the HHS are working to recalculate COVID hospitalizations in the U.S. They're going to recalculate the numbers, Matt. We got to look and re-examine the numbers. Pretty interesting considering that it's something that people have been talking about for a long time. But then there's another little ditty, because we find out that Connecticut and New Jersey and Delaware and California and Oregon and other places are set now. They've got timelines for schools or statewide indoor mask mandates to go away, which is kind of funny because we have a timeline. We can't do it right now, Matt. You have to understand this. It can't happen right now, but we will do it in March. Not right now, but in March. Okay, so now you have Dr. Leana Wen, who is the science expert there on CNN, and asked about these changes and what she thinks. And I want you to listen to this and comment. Are you ready? Here we go.
Do you agree with the move?
I do. There was and is a time and place for pandemic restrictions, but when they were put in, it was always with the understanding that they would be removed as soon as we can. And in this case, circumstances have changed. Case counts are declining. Also, the science has changed.
Oh, the science has changed, everybody. Okay, everything's changing. Everything's changing. We got to lift this now, and it should shift from a government mandate to an individual choice. Everything's changed. The science has changed. We didn't know what we know now, Matt Caldwell. I can't do it. I can't do it.
Listen, you can never go wrong banking on people's ability to turn on the dime if politics changes. And that's really what's happened here. Those of us who have been beating the drum loudest and being led by Governor DeSantis have been on the right side of this issue, and we're winning the politics, and they've had to give up. The other side clearly is giving up their fight to control our lives because they know it's a political loser, and also, of course, proves what we've also suspected the entire time, that most of the science behind of this had nothing to do with real science and everything to do with political power.
Yeah,
that's what's driving this conversation, and it always has been.
Yeah, and make no mistake about it. This one may be going away for political reasons, but there'll be another thing that'll come up. I mean, it's not like it's not over. This part of it is over. It's just on to the next thing, and they're trying to find the glide path now to get out of this, like you said, politically, to try to figure out how we're going to pivot now because everything's changing. And I might say too that people minds are changing as well. Unfortunately, there are some that the fear is set. I mean, and I feel horrible for people like this. And you and others who are listening know someone that the fear is in so deep that they can't get away from the masks. They feel like even the minute thought that there may be more safety in wearing this piece of cloth over my face will not leave them because the fear has set in so deep, and it's just horrible what we've put people through.
No question about it. People have become obsessed. I mean, we do all know somebody that they're almost afraid to come out of their house and certainly afraid to rejoin regular life. There was an article the other day I was reading about talking with children, kindergarten age, first grade age, who their entire experience through school so far has been with a mask on and avoiding any contact or interaction with their peers. And now, as the masks have come off and as they're allowed to go out and play on the playground again together, you've got kids that are just totally weirded out by it. They don't understand, this is, we're supposed to see each other's face. We're supposed to interact with each other. That's a long-term serious impact that these kids are going to have to grapple with. And we're going to be dealing with for generations to come.
Matt Caldwell joining us on Daybreak 92.5 Fox News. Could proposed 15-week abortion ban hurt Florida GOP in 2022? Now, it's in TampaBay.com, the website. That's who put this out. So right away, I'm a little skeptical. I'm thinking to myself, that's an interesting clickbait headline. I'll run to that. All right, I'll bite. All right, so what am I biting on here? What's going on?
Florida is moving forward with a bill similar to the one that's been passed in Texas that eliminates abortions essentially after 15 weeks, other than a specific carve out for those essentially where the baby it passes away in the womb. But otherwise, live and viable babies, 15 weeks would be the ban. And it is moving forward. And that, of course, has opponents of the life movement all up in arms. No surprise, as you point out, the Tampa Bay Times writes the article that way, and trying to spin that the politics will punish the Republicans at the ballot box this fall and reward the Democrats. And honestly, I just see that as wishful thinking. Florida has consistently demonstrated that it is a pro-life state, despite the fact that it's been a mildly purple state for decades. It's never been off the rails, so to speak, when it comes to this issue. And I don't see this tipping the scales at all when it comes to politics. In fact, I think Republicans are going to be rewarded for standing up for the principles that they've campaigned on.
And I'll make this case, and maybe you can speak to this as well when it comes to this very issue. Look, if you have someone who is pro-death, and I'll say it that way, I don't mind, and this is what you are for, and you are going to defend this position, which ultimately is what it is, and you're concerned about how far this goes, 20 weeks to 15 weeks, like an incremental change to finally where it is gone completely from the state. Like this is your vision. This is where you think it's going. Look, if you want to have this battle and you want to talk about the constitutionality, and again, understanding that it's never going to go away, states will do this individually. They will make their choice, and the population in that state will vote to make those choices in every single state. It's never going to go away. But understanding, or even taking that out of the equation, if you want to have this political battle in the courts, let's do it. Let's lay out Roe v. Wade. Let's lay out how it started, where it came from, how the decision was crafted. Let's go back to the decision itself. Let's go to every iteration into the courts that have made its way up to this point where we are right now with regards to chipping away or looking at the position. And let's really do it. Let's get this done once and for all. Let's have the tough discussion that people like to say that we need to have. Well, let's do it. What about that?
Absolutely. And you have the case that the Supreme Court of the United States heard earlier this fall. We're going to wait for the decision to come out later at the end of the spring. But if you listen, I listen to those oral arguments, the left judges, the three leftist judges on the court, they could not come up with a coherent, cogent defense of abortion as a constitutional right. The entirety of their arguments and questions that they presented was about stare decisis, the fact that this was already decided, so can we overturn it? Not the fundamental constitutional questions in the original decision in Roe and then subsequently in Casey. I think there's a better than even chance that the Supreme Court is going to toss out federal oversight of abortion. And then, as you pointed out, it's going to go to the states, and the states are going to line up where they are politically. They're going to be states that if they're given free reign, they will have all the way to the day of birth abortion, as tragic and as disgusting as that is. And you're going to see states like ours that are going to restrict it because we understand that we're dealing with a human life. And ultimately, Drew, what's so fascinating about this, this issue has done more to push people into one party or another. And if this issue is no longer the driving force, then considering that the country is a center-right country culturally, is definitely a fiscally conservative country culturally, this issue off the table and being solved only benefits Republicans, because our position as a party, conservatives and the Republican Party, is a center-right and a financially, fiscally conservative party will get more voters when they aren't getting distracted by disagreements on this fundamental question.
But you hit on something there, Matt Caldwell. That is the dirty little secret of politics. And if we're going to speak to it, let's do it. It's just the two of us. It's nobody's else. It's just me and you, Matt. Okay, just the two of us. Can we have the conversation?
Just a private conversation,
right?
Just
when nobody else.
coffee,
can we have this conversation when nobody else is listening? Here you go. Do you really want to get rid of the wedge issue? I mean, come on, Matt. You know, and I know. Gosh, if we get rid of the issue of immigration, if it goes away, man, if we solve the issue of racism, if we solve this issue of abortion, what are people going to go to the polls for? How are we going to drive them to the polls? If we don't have wedge issues, then what do we have?
That is the cynic's view of politics. You're exactly right. And all of the geniuses that sit in the consulting offices in Washington, D.C., that is exactly what their first question is. It's not what's constitutional, what's wise, and what's right. It's how can I win by hook or by crook? And they are going to continue to try to push on this. It's why we've dealt specifically with this for over 50 years, or 50 years coming up next year. This has been an issue that they have created and pushed to the federal level specifically to make it a political winner, dividing the people over that question. And the best thing that could happen is for the Supreme Court to undo that nonsense and put this question back in the hands of the people that get to decide what they want to do when it comes to the most important issues that face us.
Yeah. Matt Caldwell joining us on Daybreak, 92.5 Fox News. Senate passes, sends ultimate, quote unquote, ultimate preemption bills to the House. What is this all about?
So the Florida Senate has passed a bill that would give any property owner, private property owner, your residents, but particularly if you're a business owner, if a local government makes a change in their ordinances, their zoning, their land use, their regulations, whatever it is, and it punishes you financially, your business is hurt. The current kind of construct in the case law is that if it's only a minor impairment, well, so bad, too bad, just deal with it. This bill would say no, that the government has no right to ruin your business even by 1%. And if they do, you have the opportunity to sue them to recoup that loss. And ultimately, the goal is to stop regulatory abuse by local government who just casts aside any thought to property rights and ignores what is our most fundamental asset, the property that we own and enjoy and get to use. This would put real teeth behind our ability to protect our holdings, our ownership.
Yeah. So that's good stuff. Is there one more thing just before we go? And I know we got to run. Is there one thing that you want to tease that you're looking at, that you're keeping an eye on in Tallahassee, or any stories that have piqued your interest that maybe we would tease up for next week or something like that?
Well, there is definitely this boiling story.
Oh, wait, he's shuffling papers.
Money.
He's shuffling papers, everybody. Hold on. I'll go.
Well, the story continues to bubble on cutting the money off to the districts that violated the governor's executive order last year. This fight still remains unresolved. The governor and Commissioner of Education Corcoran want to carry out what they told districts like Broward and Dade and Lee County, that if they violated the order against forcing masks, there would be a monetary punishment for it. Clearly, they didn't need the money if they had the wrong priorities. This is unresolved. It's continuing to bounce around, but I'm watching it closely to see what's going to come of it.
Okay, good stuff. Matt Caldwell joining us on Daybreak, 92.5 Fox News. All right, my friend, maybe we'll do this next week. I don't know what your schedule is like. This is probably something we should talk about off the air. Okay, good stuff. Okay.
Always a pleasure, Drew.
All right. See you later. All right. 239-479-5592. And the text line, of course, the same. And DrewSteele.com, the website, if you want to watch. It's Daybreak 92.5, Fox News, right all along.
When listening to the radio in your car, remember to always drive on the right side of the road. Keep it here on 92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
Don't sweat. Call Brett.
Wow, the last 50 years at Brett Air have flown by.
50 years ago, Naples was a small town.
It sure was. Only one stoplight from Naples Park to the high school.
Where was Brett AC then?
Dad ran the business from our garage. Mom answered phones, and then we moved from the garage to a building on 41 by Park Shore.
I'm grateful Grandpa Brett started Brett Air Conditioning, and you and Mom grew it these past 50 years.
Me too. 3 generations of Bretts working in the business. One day the 4th generation will be taking over.
It's been an honor being a part of Brett Air Conditioning. Proud to say we've never been bought out or sold. Same Brett family. Not many local AC companies can say that.
I believe it's the principles we built Brett Air Conditioning on, and that's why we'll be around for another 50 years.
Don't sweat. Call Brett.
License number CAC 1819995.
Taxes are complicated, an industry that can have monthly law changes. This year, so many refundable credits, like kids, up to $3,600 per child, or earned income credits, nearly $7,000. Daycare, you're looking at another $8,000. Don't forget to reconcile your advanced child care credits or your stimulus money. That's where EG Tax comes in, your low-cost, high-value, knowledgeable tax team. We're located in Airport Pulling Road in Naples. Call 239-262-2009 or click egtax.com.
It's the story of 2 great loves, steak and lobster. Valentine's Day, February 14th, Mel's Diner presents this great combination to you at a price everyone will love. Just $21.99.
Back good times and great food.
The Lob Story is back at Mel's Diner for Valentine's Day, featuring a fabulous filet mignon and succulent lobster tail, including super salad and baked potato. $21.99. Craving lobster in the morning? Start your Valentine's Day with a Mel's famous lobster Benedict, starting at $16.99. Now that's an eye-opener. Feeling romantic? How about a mimosa with fresh squeezed orange juice? Just $5.59. It's all happening Valentine's Day with a special preview Sunday, February 13th. It's a new chapter in the steak and lobster Lob Story at Mel's Diner with filet mignon and lobster tail together. $21.99.
We're bringing back good times and great food.
Mel's Diner.
Let's hear from Dr. Johnston at 596 Back.
People who suffer with back or neck problems, whether that's pain, numbness, or weakness, deal with something that can be frustrating. Pain wears us down. It can affect our relationships with family and friends. It's not fun to be around someone who's always complaining about their backs. Don't resign yourself to having to live with pain. In my office, Johnston Spinal Care, I successfully treat the worst of the worst, those who get injections, nerve-burning procedures, or even surgery. And now they're back, golfing and living life. If there's a treatment that is extremely effective for sciatica, stenosis, scoliosis, or neuropathy, wouldn't you want to see if it can help you? Non-surgical spinal decompression is now in Southwest Florida. Safe and painless, more than just a temporary fix. Long-lasting relief that can finally heal the condition, regardless of age. Take the time right now to call my Medicare-friendly office for a no-charge telephone consultation about spinal decompression. Johnston Spinal Care, 596-BACK, 596-BACK. That's 596-2225.
The newly renovated PGA Tour Superstore in Naples is now open. Celebrate the grand reopening Saturday, February 12th. We're giving away gift cards and prizes all day long. Plus, enter to win closest to the pin and putting contests. Shop and save on the latest gear for 2022 and kick off the new year with a premium club fitting in our brand new performance fitting studio. Don't miss the grand reopening at the PGA Tour Superstore in Naples, Saturday, February 12th.
After Drew, it's Glenn Beck 9 till noon. You've come to the right place. 92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
All right, top 5 audio clips of the day. The 5 at 8:35 is coming up in just a couple of more minutes, so looking forward to that. I'll tell you, Jake, it would be really good if, just feeling my body out and knowing that Valentine's Day is coming and getting ready to have a special meal or something like that, and just being able to eat the way I want to. Wouldn't it be nice if you could, I mean, I'm just dreaming here, but wouldn't it be nice if you could lift weights for just 3 seconds a day and somehow build muscle? I mean, that would be really
Breaking news.
A bombshell.
Oh, wait, this just in. What? No time for exercise? No problem. A new study finds lifting weights for as little as 3 seconds a day can still have a positive impact on your muscle strength in the long run. And did we need to do a study on this? I mean, if you lift anything at all every day for just a second and you're using your muscles, doesn't that naturally just do that? Hey, Jay, can you hand me that 6-pack? I got to carry this over to the car. All right, I got my exercise done. I'm not kidding. They did a study on it. Hope it wasn't a federal study.
92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
Hi, this is Earl Ron, president of New South Window. New South is the Florida window factory. Our windows are made in Florida, for Florida homes, by Florida workers, because we understand Florida weather. With New South Windows, you don't have to sacrifice energy efficiency for storm protection. Our Energy Star rated windows and doors are made with impact and non-impact options, giving you the best of both worlds. New South Window, home of your ultimate Florida window.
Buy more, save more. Volume discounts up to 30%. Visit newsouthwindow.com.
February, when we celebrate 3 great American leaders, Lincoln, Washington, and Hugo from Rock Solid, where $9.99 gets it done. For limited time only, get a full set of kitchen countertops from $9.99. Install. Rock Solid guarantees to beat any competitor's prices, including installation. So come see Hugo and his team in Naples. And now serving Port Charlotte at 4135 Tamiami Trail. Visit RockSolidSWFL.com. Rock Solid, where $9.99 gets it done.
Hey, it's Drew Steele, and you know and I know that finding a doctor is one of the most important decisions that you can make in your life for you and your family. And you want to find somebody that's going to promote patient interaction and advocacy above all else. That's why I love Dr. Svetlana Kogan. She's my doctor, and I'm just telling you, it's that personal interaction, that one-on-one, the time that she spends, the huge amount of time going into detail. It's like nothing I've ever seen. And it's that connection that means so much to me. She's got a calming demeanor that'll help you if you've got anxiety about maybe issues that are going on in your life, but you need somebody in your life that you can trust, a physician that will listen. And here's the best part. She'll meet with you face to face anytime you need her, no matter where you are. You've got direct contact and complete access to Dr. Kogan. And that's why I love Dr. Svetlana Kogan. Find out more about her practice on 5th Avenue South by going to customlongevity.com. That's customlongevity.com.
Injuries on the job can cause you to lose control. I'm Glenn Levine from the law offices of Anajar Levine. Money is not coming in and your medical bills are piling up. Our legal team is here to help. We can help you file all your workers' compensation claims to make sure you get the proper benefits you're entitled to. If you've been injured on the job, call the law offices of Anajar Levine at 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733 for a free consultation and take back control of your life.
Office in Naples.
Southwest Florida, Lee County Fair.
The 2022 Southwest Florida Lee County Fair is just around the corner. The Mega Pass is on sale now for just $25. Talk about saving money. It's good for gate admission and unlimited rides on any one day of your choice. Free entertainment throughout the fair. There's something for everyone. Mega Passes and advanced general admission tickets are on sale now online at swflcfair.com/tickets. The 2022 Southwest Florida Lee County Fair. Making memories since 1924.
Southwest Florida, Lee County Fair.
This update is presented by Stevie Tomato Sports Page in Fort Myers, Cape Coral, and Naples.
Wink News, traffic.
Heading out right now through I-75, seeing a lot of southbound delays across Lee and Collier counties. Heading right now from Luckett Road down through Colonial Boulevard. More backups approaching Corkscrew Road all the way from San Carlos Park down through Estero. We're also dealing with a crash right now along Grant Boulevard at Bell Boulevard, getting cleared up in Lehigh, and another over toward Connecticut Road and Leland Heights Boulevard, also in Lehigh Acres. Seeing a lot of backups. If you need to head from Lehigh toward Buckingham or over to Fort Myers, may want to take State Road 82 instead. That's your up to the minute traffic. I'm Teresa O'Shea. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
We'll be dry to start today, but we will start to see some rain push in by late afternoon and into this evening as a cold front begins to work its way through the area. A cloudy sky today with temperatures topping off near 68 degrees. Scattered rain returns as we head into this evening and tonight, with some lingering rain even persisting into your Wednesday morning. Temperatures waking up tomorrow near 54 degrees, a high of 70 for your Wednesday. Sunshine and cooler weather returning for Thursday, with lows back in the 40s waking up for Thursday morning. I'm Wink News Weather Authority meteorologist Casey Sherman.
Whether you're commuting to the office or driving to the beach, always stay to the right with 92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
Hi, it's Big Al. We're getting excited for the big game here at Stevie Tomato's Sports Page. Our staff has their big game gear ready to wear, and I've been busy creating lots of specials, especially for Super Sunday. Make reservations now and come watch the big game, or let us cater your big game party with a great selection of game day favorites. At Stevie Tomato's Sports Page, we deliver an award-winning menu in a casual atmosphere at great value, like our made-to-order burgers, award-winning ribs, and pizza in thin crust, deep dish, or regular. One bite and you'll be hooked. So what better way to enjoy the big game on Super Sunday than at Stevie Tomato's Sports Page in Naples, Fort Myers, Cape Coral. Great food, great sports, great service, great fun. Come, come, come.
Stevie Tomato's Sports Page. Come for the food. Stay for the sports.
Make your reservations today.
That's you, looking at your garage. And I mean, yeah, everything still works, right? Sort of. You know, the door's slowing down, squeaks quite a bit, light doesn't work, and that one wheel pops off every now and then. But you know, it works. Except when it doesn't. If you want things to work, they need maintenance. A tune-up every once in a while. Align the tracks, lubricate the motor, the rollers, hinge points. Fix that dented panel from that football you totally should have caught. At Mo Better Garage, we make that way mo better. Good things need love and care. Sharpen your knives, paint the steps, wash your jockstrap, shine your shoes for crying out loud. Give your garage door system a Mo Better tune-up every couple thousand cycles and it'll give you years of faithful service. How do I know? Because I'm Mo. Call Mo Better Garage and we'll come over and make it right. Get that sucker working like new. There's an idea.
Mo Better Garage, we make it way more better.
MoBetterGarage.com.
Hi, I'm Ty Laster, Managing Partner and CEO of Key City Capital. So why are we here in Southwest Florida? Well, at KCAP, our mission is to connect capital to wealth for all of our partners through passive real estate investments. And very simply, we generate and distribute double-digit returns for our investors by investing in single-family homes and apartments and unique alternative cash-flowing asset-backed investments.
Call us today at 239-330-2080 or check us out online today at kcap925.com.
Trust. It's the rock-solid foundation of Moran Wealth Management. Over 40 years ago, they began advising clients on ways to help meet their financial goals. 4 decades later, we've helped many reach their goals of providing for themselves, their families, and future generations. CEO Tom Moran has assembled an impressive team of professionals, each committed to the same core concept. Tom is recognized by Barron's as a Hall of Fame advisor. To be named a Hall of Fame advisor, the advisor has to have been ranked by Barron's consecutively for the last 10 years in any of their rankings. Let us earn your trust. Call 239-920-4440 or visit moranwm.com. Barron's rankings are based on data provided by thousands of advisors. Factors included in the rankings were assets under management, revenue produced for the firm, regulatory record, length of service, quality of practice, and client retention. Investment products and services are offered through Wells Fargo Advisors Financial Network, LLC, WFAFN, member SIPC. Moran Wealth Management is a separate entity from WFAFN.
Stay right here, because after Drew, it's Glenn Beck, 9 to noon. 92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
All right, here we go. It is time right now for the top 5 audio clips of the day. It is the 5 at 8:35.
Drew's Top 5 at 8:35 is brought to you by Moran Wealth Management. Isn't it time to review your portfolio options? Go to moranwm.com.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Drew's 5 at 8:35. Number 5.
Well, think about this. Not only did they support that campaign when they took over a whole area and people were getting hurt, assaulted, there was even a death, they even sent out a separate tweet themselves to encourage more folks to donate to that cause. And that's what I'm saying. How in the world can you now come in and make a political judgment, impose your political will when folks are trying to support those standing up for their freedom, for their rights? And that's why Governor DeSantis is so effective and timely in saying, look, we're not going to put up with this hypocritical nonsense by big business. And what he does effectively is call that out.
And that is the Attorney General here in the state of Florida, Ashley Moody, who is ready to investigate GoFundMe after they canceled the Freedom Convoy fundraiser. They pulled the truckers' money, and they're issuing refunds to people and won't allow them to have it. But yet, when it came to Antifa, BLM and different causes and causes that were destructive, and then people who were trying to fundraise to help those organizations and to help to continue all of that, they were just fine with that. But now they choose to go after the Freedom Convoy in Canada, and the Attorney General's like, listen, we're going to investigate here as well and find out what's going on with this, and good.
Number 4. If Russia invades, that means tanks or troops crossing the border of Ukraine again. Then there will be no longer a Nord Stream 2. We will bring an end to it.
How will you do that exactly, since the project and control of the project is within Germany's control?
We will, I promise you, we'll be able to do it.
Oh, yeah, so there's the President of the United States with the Chancellor of Germany, Schultz, and taking questions from the press and saying, listen, if Russia invades Ukraine, we're going to stop the Nord Stream 2. How are you going to do that, sir? Don't you worry, we have ways to... how can you tell us? Don't you worry. Yeah, we're a little worried.
Number 3.
No country has been held hostage to access to the sun. No country has been hostage to the wind. This is not just an energy and climate issue. It also is potentially the greatest peace plan that ever existed.
I'm sorry, I can't do it. That's the Energy Secretary Granholm, who's talking about climate change, global warming, and the things that we can do, and how we got to get away from fossil fuels. They're evil. It's awful. It's horrible. I need some music. Come on. Yeah, it's terrible. And so we have to get away from it. And solar is the way to go, and wind power. And as a matter of fact, the power of the sun. And she was repeating something that an individual in Ireland said to her, which is, not only could solar be better for the environment, but it could help to make world peace. I can't do it. I'm sorry.
Number 2.
You brought up your eating habits. I just want to clarify something. How often do you eat fish, and do you eat any other animal proteins?
I eat a plant-based centered life. Some people want to call me vegan. Vegans eat Oreos, and they drink Coca-Cola. I don't. I eat a plant-based centered life. And those who are the food police for me, they can food police all the time. I eat a plant-based centered life.
So you eat fish?
I eat a plant-based centered life. And I'm not going down that. Hold on. Please don't do that yelling out stuff with me. I don't do it to you. Don't do it to me. I eat a plant-based centered life. And I'm not going down this rabbit hole of what do you eat? If you eat cake and it has eggs in it, did you analyze it? I'm not doing that. The more plant-based you eat, the better and healthier you are. That is my question to those who are following me around in restaurants, wondering what I'm ordering. Listen, I'm not doing that. That's noise to me. I got to get New Yorkers to eat a plant-based centered life.
I got it. Hey, that's New York City's new mayor, Eric Adams. Hey, you guys sure this is who you wanted to vote for? Yeah, so he's trying to explain at this press conference about health that he eats a plant-centered life there, plant-based centered life. But when asked, like, what does that mean? And, no, you don't understand. I eat a plant. I know. Could you tell us what? Is it fish? What is it? Is it grains? I'm eating a plant-based centered life. I know. You have a menu? You got anything I can look at it? No, you don't understand. It's a plant. No, I do understand because you're probably going to do restrictions and everything in the state like Bloomberg did. You know, the really good Republican who's really wasn't, who's restricting sugary soda. We don't want to go through that again. Can you help us and explain it's a plant-centered life? I get it.
Number one.
As you know, most states do not have mask mandates for schools. Have you seen evidence that these mask mandates have been necessary, that the spread and mortality rates in states where they didn't have mask mandates were far worse than in places where they did have mask mandates, like New Jersey?
Yeah, I mean, New Jersey is clearly the place I know the best, and God bless our precious kids no matter where they are. Please, God, they stay healthy and stay alive. There's no question that masking in our schools since the beginning of the school year has been a very smart public health step. I think.
Yeah. Okay. So there's the governor of the state of New Jersey, Governor Murphy, who's now saying that we're going to lift the mandate on masks in schools in March. Not now, in March. And then when asked by CNN's Jake Tapper, the evidence, do you have the evidence? He's like, hey, we're doing the right thing. No, do you have the evidence?
Drew's 5 at 8:35.
Why did you do this? Why did you put our kids through this? What's the evidence to show that those, whether you're in the state of Florida and you're on school boards here, then you demanded this had to happen, or the CDC or anybody, what was the evidence that you had to show, the science and the data, to show that this is what you should have done? And when the governor there in New Jersey, Murphy, was asked about that, he can't answer it. And Jake Tapper's like, I hear some great numbers and stuff, but you're not answering my question.
Yeah, but have you seen data that definitively proves that these mask mandates have worked? I mean, the numbers you just presented are impressive, but are they different from the numbers in states where they didn't have mask mandates?
Yeah, it gives all these great numbers, and we did really well in the state of New Jersey. Yeah, but how does that compare? If you don't compare it to something, anything could be great. You got to compare it to something, and where's your evidence there?
Yeah, again, I know Jersey, Jake, the best, but I'm highly confident, and I'm sure our health officials could say it definitively. There's no question.
Okay, so the health officials know that there's no question that it worked. There's absolutely no. Give us the evidence. Show us the evidence. You can't keep doing this. You can't keep saying, "Oh no, we've got the evidence, the science, and the data. It says it all." Really? Can I see the piece of paper? No. Listen, our experts know. Trust me on this one. No, we don't trust you. Give us the evidence. Mike Lee, last week with Ned Price in the State Department on hearing about and talking about that there is this Russian red flag that's going to be going up there, that they're considering putting together a video that's going to show dead bodies strewn all over the place, Ukrainians killing Russians, and how this is going to be a false flag. Did I say red flag? A false flag to put out there to have an invasion happen in Ukraine. And Mike Lee is like, can you show us the proof?
What is the evidence that they play? I mean, this is like crisis actors, really. This is like Alex Jones territory you're getting into now. What evidence do you have to support the idea that there is some propaganda film in the making?
Matt, this is derived from information known to the U.S. government, intelligence information that we have declassified. I think you know.
Okay, well, where is it? Where is this information?
It is intelligence information that we have declassified.
Well, where is it? Where's the declassified information?
I just delivered it.
No, you made a series of allegations and statements.
Would you like us to print out the topper? Because you will see a transcript of this briefing that you can print out for yourself.
That's not evidence, Ned. That's you saying it.
That's you saying it. What are you talking about? We have declassified evidence. Okay, if it's declassified, then show us. Well, I just told you. No, you got to show us. Well, no, I'll print this out of me saying it, and that'll be the print. No, what are you? Are you serious? Yes, he's serious. Nobody trusts you. How could I don't understand. Why don't they trust us? What do you mean? You have all this time, evidence upon evidence upon evidence that's been given to you, that's been given to the American people. The governor of the state of Florida was right all along. Thank you, I'm on brand. Right all along. You better believe it. A year ago, he had a roundtable with doctors that you weren't allowed to see, that was censored on YouTube, that nobody was allowed to talk about because of misinformation, saying the same thing about child masking that now we have the New York Times and others that are saying this. They're admitting that the governor was right all along. Branding twice, thank you very much. It was censored from YouTube. We've known this. You don't get the right now all of a sudden to start to pivot away from what you've done to our kids, what you've done to society. I mean, what are you going to say? The science changed? Dr. Leanna Wen, science expert on CNN. Is that what you're going to tell us?
Do you agree with the move?
This move to stop the masking of our kids in schools.
I do. There was and is a time and place for pandemic restrictions, but when they were put in, it was always with the understanding that they would be removed as soon as we can. And in this case, circumstances have changed. Case counts are declining. Also, the science has changed.
No. The science doesn't change. No, you've told us for the longest time that science doesn't change. And Dr. Fauci is science. If he says it, then it hasn't changed. So you can't change your mind. Whatever he says goes, even though he flip-flops on a lot of things like the mask mandates and 15 days to stop the 30-day spread. Whatever, you understand this. No, the science hasn't changed. The polls are changing. People's minds are changing. They've had enough. They know what the evidence is. Hey, listen, I don't understand this, and somebody's got to clarify this. If Wink News is reporting this morning that Lee Health says not enough people are getting COVID shots and boosters, and the first paragraph in this story is Lee Health says that low vaccination rates and even lower rates of getting a booster are why COVID is continuing to spread, you can't be serious. You can't be Lee Health and put that out there. You think that low vaccination rates and lower rates of getting a booster are why we're continuing to spread COVID. But yet we all know that if you're boosted up and you've had the vaccine, that you're still getting it and it's still spreading. How do you do this? How could you say that? When we know what the evidence, there's too much of this going on and the people have had enough. It's unbelievable what we're seeing today. You know, and some people are just pushing back against a lot of things that we're seeing from the left. Single payer, again, dies in California. The cost is too much. $400 billion it was going to cost the state. And they're like, no, we're not doing it. But they keep pushing. Why do you keep pushing this on the left? They continue to do this. It doesn't stop. And even when the people say enough is enough. I mean, how bad is the polling for Democrats on the pandemic right now? That all of a sudden they're like, hey, can we find a glide path out of this? How do we get out? Which is where they are right now. Trying to figure out how to spin their way out of this mess that they've caused. You know, there was something, and good for people pushing back. Like with Joe Rogan and what's going on with the protection of speech in this country and how that's what it's all about. Remember, this is a free speech issue. This is a speech issue. This is just like we talked about before when the governor put a roundtable together of experts and said, hey, listen, the mask mandate thing, no, you're censored. Wait, hold on a second. Joe Rogan, I'm not saying that his speech and the words that he's used has always been a positive. Absolutely, it hasn't been. But the point is that you're going to censor his speech when there are other people that have been doing it for quite a long time, even way before Joe Rogan did and speaks the way he does, and yet they still have a platform and he doesn't. Because you see, that's not what it's about. It's never been about that. It's about the right speech. And so good for Rumble for coming along and saying, Dear Joe, I don't know if you heard about this yesterday, we stand with you, your guests, and your legion of fans and desire for real conversation. So we'd like to offer you 100 million reasons to make the world a better place. How about you bring all your shows to Rumble, both old and new, with no censorship for $100 million over 4 years? This is our chance to save the world, and yes, this is totally legit. That was Chris Pavlovsky, who's the CEO of Rumble. Good for him. Good for them. People are pushing back, and they've had enough. And there are alternatives there. I mean, look, the world now is crazy, and people are pushing back against a lot of what we are seeing. And this is a good thing. And it hasn't gotten completely out of control yet. I mean, it's not like I don't know. I'm trying to think of the most outrageous thing that I can possibly think. Listen, it's not like Build-A-Bear is going to have an adult section or anything like that. I mean, it's
Breaking news. A bombshell.
Oh, this just in. Valentine's Day is right around the corner, and Build-A-Bear wants adults to join in on the fun with its new quote-unquote After Dark collection. You got to be 18 years or older before you can enter. Stuffed animals from Build-A-Bear and an After Dark collection. Listen, it's okay. It's all right. It's okay. I mean, yeah. Well, the good news, I don't know if this is good news, but the news on the other side of this is you get the opportunity in many things in your life to show people and show businesses what you think. And your choices and your dollars speak. And they speak loudly. You'd be surprised. Actually, you're not, because you're doing it. You take your money to different places that you support and you know are not doing things that you might seem a little questionable. And maybe you think that's cool. That's you doing you. All right. Just it's a strange, weird world we're living in. But before we go, and again, let me just make this one quick point. That ultimately, like we just talked about, the idea that you do make decisions where you go, where you shop, and that you can go, Jake, it's okay. And you're making a difference. You're making a difference locally. You're making a difference statewide and nationally. You are a power. You are an influencer. I'm a vessel. You're an influencer. I'm just a voice. You are the ones in your community, in your home, that are getting things done. You are the power. All right, Glenn Beck is next. Casey Sherman's got your forecast.
Rain returns for the area by late this afternoon and into this evening as a cold front begins to work its way through. Otherwise, dry for the first half of the day with a cloudy sky with temperatures only